I just wanna be with you, and I wanna take this mask off. I just wanna take this mask off tonight. Chill with you day and night. Me and you, yeah. I just wanna have a good time. I just wanna take this mask off tonight. Chill with you day and night. Me and you, yeah. I just wanna have a good time.
Hey, reservations at 6, baby. Conversation like the first date. Hey, one time, yeah. Come on. They say practice social distance, but it's making us distant. So sick of this mask, I wanna throw it away. Baby, I just wanna chill with you, and I just want to love you, love you, love you. I don't wanna overthink, baby. And baby, I just want to see you smile.
With the Bible, never knew that there were slave ships in the Bible. We came off, they gave us idols. It's in the Bible, check your Bible. You don't speak in tongues, you can claim Holy Ghost. You don't know the Lord, cause you claim seizure boat. You don't wanna change, cause you lame on the low. You don't wanna change, you a coon, you gon' roll. Brought to a land that we didn't know. They spoke a tongue that we didn't know. They killed our people, young and old. It's in the Bible, now you know. But now we got the Bible, everything is safe, just do it. I just wanna go back to my home, I'ma do it. I just want the kingdom, so these laws, I'ma do it. Don't get with the program, in your head, you gon' lose it.
Ever since we got here off the boats, been trusting in oppression and false hope. Now we know the truth and we know it's gon' set us free. Christianity is only white supremacy. Stop faking like you got the Holy Ghost. It's time to change your life so you don't roast, yeah. We the Israelites, yeah, that's our nationality. We found the solutions in the Bible.
Deuteronomy 33, 29, why they always lying? They said Deuteronomy 28, 46, we can see the signs. We the Israelites, the real Jews, and we'll rule when we get in line on one accord with the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings. He's the end of time. Get your mind right. Romans 12 and 2, gotta be renewed and convert to. Psalms 19, read verse 7. God's laws are perfect to convert to. Make it wise and simple. Every jot and tittle. Over here a little, there a little too. Every Sabbath day, every new moon. John 8, verse 32. Making slaves free with the word of truth. As they fathers did, they resisted too. Acts 7, 51 and 52. Verse 53, don't let it be you that resist the laws. That's the Holy Ghost. Not spazzing out all across the flow. Since we got here off the slave boats, we've been oppressed and giving false hopes. Give me Romans chapter 15 and 4. Christianity's white supremacy. Our nationality is the Israelites. Better get it right or get away from me. I ain't playing with you. All I say is scripture. Get it as it's written. How we should be living. How to quit sinning. How we get repenting. BIBLE. KJV.
Ever since we got here off them boats, been trusting in oppression and false hope. Now we know the truth and we know it's gonna set us free. Christianity is only white supremacy. Stop faking like you got the Holy Ghost. It's time to change your life so you don't roast, yeah. We the Israelites, yeah, that's our nationality. We found the solutions in the BIBLE.
Catch me if you can. You caught me once, but you will never again. Out of 18 nations, we coming number one. Out of 18 nations, 17's gonna be done. How done? I mean, well done, cooked in the sun. Their hell be the is we run, and the is we run be the hell they own. No more capping blacks, yes, us blacks is capping back. We know who we are, you can call me Captain Black. Matter of fact, call me Israel. You see the signs, it's getting real. Our time to heal, then after that will soon come our time to kill. You can't get away, no matter how hard you dig. This earth gon' split you up, so we can handle what is. We are royalty, we are set above. We the only nation God loves, the children out of Jacob. Hey, we got a lot of what to do, but you just keep throwing the shade. We will endure to the end, and you can call it black rain.
Ever since we got here off them boats, been trusting in oppression and false hope. Now we know the truth and we know it's gonna set us free. Christianity is only white supremacy. Stop faking like you got the Holy Ghost. It's time to change your life so you don't roast, yeah. We the Israelites, yeah, that's our nationality. We found the solutions in the BIBLE. Lord, we're not making in them gates. The whole world was made for Israel's sake. Keep these laws, statutes, in the faith. And in the kingdom, they gon' call you great. The white man just the devil in disguise. Better keep these laws and put your faith in Christ. And stop all of that sin and you gon' die. Read this Bible and apply it, you'll be wise, so wise. Man, I hope that day I make it in them gates. I know the world was only made for Israel's sake. The white man ain't your neighbor, fix your face. Cause when we rulin', we gon' put them in their place, Our salvation don't just come by observation. Get up off your ass and help us build this nation. Love to hear the word, but suck at application. You ain't been walking worthy of this vocation. See our people in a coma state in Christianity, and I don't know how they gon' hear this truth if you and me don't preach. Man, listen, if you wanna get in them gates, flee from sin like a snake in your face. Ever since we got here off them boats, been trusting in oppression and false hope. Now we know the truth and we know it's gon' set us free. Christianity is only white supremacy. Stop faking like you got the Holy Ghost. It's time to change your life so you don't roast, yeah. We the Israelites, yeah, that's our nationality. We found the solutions in the BIBLE.
When them come in and them repent, brethren, are the most beautiful thing in our world, you know. And them talk different, them walk different, them look different. And then when you teach them how to greet the I and I, them say shalom.
Daughters of Zion, love your holy fashion. Modest apparel,
Most High, the author of beauty. Him create the woman to suit me. Though she sin, yet still that's my helpmate. Exodus 22:16. Keep the laws in a Babylon system. No ostrich among the holy sistren. Let thy fountain disperse up abroad, and your rivers of water in the streets. No busybody, no she not look no rod. City on the hill, them your daughter discreet. No costly array, yet she's still so attractive. Abraham and Sarah would be smiling to see the words of the Most High manifested. Daughters of Zion, yeah, are the best thing. Keep the laws and you'll soon get the blessing. Romans 8:25 is a question.
Zion, love your holy fashion. Modest apparel, and your hair is natural. Daughters of Zion, love your holy fashion. So chaste and beautiful, it's righteous attraction. Big up my sisters, we no hold on to no spirits and hearts here. Never acting over righteous with the sins that from last year. You know prancing all around in the streets like a ras deer. Only thing where man not see is just your fringe when them starts near. You know one masculine night back in your past days. In my nose you left Africans are so sweet when you pass near. Holy conversation in a speech with no false words. If a holy convocation to keep that Jesus near. And though she's known to be modest, her focus is not on the clothes in the closet. Her inner beauty has a glow cause she's honest. The fruits of her spirit will grow with humbleness. When it comes to correction, she won't hold no grudges, no calamity, just charity. Show them what love is. She know God's words and just goes. She not savage, make the heathen and the shade look like pure rubbish. Of Zion, love your holy fashion. Modest apparel, and your hair is natural. Daughters of Zion.
When you look in the mirror, what do you feel? Fearlessness, austerity, masculinity, godliness. But what does your beard say about you? Get definitive results with the bold, natural scents from the Manly Badge of Dignity Beard Oil and ignite the king in you. Because it's important to look how you feel.
Praise, one that trains a child in good ways and keeps commandments and never strays. A gift from God sent in these last days. Daughters of Zion, love your holy fashion. Modest apparel, and your hair is natural. Daughters of Zion, love your holy fashion. So chaste and beautiful, it's righteous attraction.
She accept the order. God, Christ, man, then woman. Titus 2 verse 3 in training, yeah. She love her own nation, but she not deal with no heathen. So you better love your holy fashion, love your modest apparel, love your holy hair, miss I love your holy hair, miss I love your holy fashion, love your modest apparel, love your holy hair, miss I love your holy
Daughters
hair.
of Zion, love your holy fashion. Modest apparel, and your hair is natural. Zion, love your holy fashion, so chaste and beautiful, it's righteous attraction.
And you see, if them avoid the repentance what the Most High bring to them, you feel them like the woman in the world. Them look like prostitute. Only the holy and modest daughters of Zion can build back the nation. Because them have a different self-esteem. Them know how to take care of them family, them husband, them children. And them walk in righteousness.
Wipe your ass, niggas.
I thought I had it down pat. My life a seesaw, it should be a soundtrack. These bumps and bruises is my role in this movie. Sin feels so good, but why I still feel like I'm losing? Picking and choosing, hiding and ducking. That same sin still haunting you, but you pretending like it's nothing. Won't see counsel because it's embarrassing. So your flight gon' get canceled when you finally see that chariot. What's the difference between you and Judas Iscariot? Kiss you on the cheek while you're sin in the background. Who you really letting down? It's not us, it's like you ran from a gun and got hit by a bus. Who do you trust, the Most High or you Scarface in the bathtub? Sin is the worst drug and guess who's the plug? You control it, that high only feel good in the moment. Better make your atonement. This time I won't go back. But I stand my ground. I won't do no more.
Can't go back,
no
man.
more. This time. No more. Won't fall back.
I asked Satan what he looking for. I seen him peeping through my window, knocking at my door. But he don't know I keep my house clean and thoroughly furnished with good works in Christ's home, so I ain't swept and garnished. I've been admonished to be honest with my inner demons, to let them know to let me go so I can reach the kingdom. I set my house in order with brick and mortar to get a name better than sons and daughters. Lord, I come to you with a contrite heart. See many fall, Lord, I'm begging, never take my spark and set apart my transgressions through these life lessons. It must be nice to get the kingdom, feel like Life Jennings, and where my sins will never be spoken of or mentioned, and chariots fly to different galaxies and dimensions. Repent my people, can't you see I'm really pleading with you? And on the other side, I pray that I see you, cause it's time.
This time. I said all the time I won't do it no more. But this time, it's gotta be my last time. This time, won't fall back into sin.
To my faithful and beloved son, Timothy, for of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with divers lusts.
Got me up all night. 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 Wisdom got me up all night. 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 Wisdom got me up all night. 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 Wisdom got me up all night. 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 Wisdom got me up all night.
I be up all night thinking. Put the whole armor guard up on me to dodge Satan. I get a few steps forward and he be there waiting. I got temptation around me, try me, but I ain't breaking. I get wisdom reading Solomon, modeling the prophets that be prominent. Writing my proverbs and songs like the prophets and them polished in fire, cause the word keep me tolerant, cognizant, praying for the wisdom to judge right. Trying to stay grounded so my faith doesn't budge right. Built upon a rock, the waves hit, I ain't touch right. Faith clutch, holding up my fam like a crutch, right? Gotta make the kingdom bar none. Got instructions how to get it straight from God, son. It's your actions, he ain't trying to hear you talk none. If 99 found, we still going for the lost one. Nothing is impossible to him, I do all things. If you ain't keeping laws, you get fired like ball franks. Trying to be a part of the elect when it all fades. Set high, we above them all, we ain't all same. Third watch up all night like a watchman. On my P's and Q's, I see sin and I stop that. If I don't get it right, then my head getting chopped back. Examining my flaws, I correct it and stop that. Repent.
Got me up all night. Got me up all night. Got me up all night. Wisdom got me up all night. 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 Wisdom got me up all night. 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 Wisdom got me up all night. 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 Wisdom got me up all night.
Got me up all night. Scriptures got me up all night. Got camp in the morning, I'ma give him all a warning. If I scoff or run his mouth, he getting cut outright. Sight to the blind, come my light shine bright. Spending all night getting precepts right. Got both fists ready since Satan wanna fight. Think he got me on the ropes, but nah, not quite. Got the haters watching like Cinemax. I came out the world, I promise I ain't going back. Your pastor shook and jiving, but we ain't into that. I'm in the Bible like a baby sipping Similac. You saying we ain't the chosen, but how you figure that? Every prophecy written, yeah, we fitting that. I learned Christ was black, didn't know how to act. Now these Christians mad, cause I'm out here giving facts. I'm getting used to the hate. Everybody mad, we rebuking the gates. Prophets paint a picture using every single scripture line upon line. Please chill, let me illustrate. Mind elevate every time I meditate. Seeking wisdom from the scriptures got me up late. Keep oil in my lamp, I ain't going reprobate. Keep my mind on the kingdom till I walk through the gates.
Got me up all night. Got me up all night. Got me up all night. Wisdom got me up all night. 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 Wisdom got me up all night. 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 Wisdom got me up all night. 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 Wisdom got me up all night.
Yeah, yeah. Dream team on the scene. No stress. No stress. This is for my soldiers, this is for the realest. You ain't stressing about nothing, know what the deal is. Know how to roll with the punches, not in your feelings. And we gon' elevate cause we ain't got no ceilings. Let them know. Hey, show me if you real. There's no fake it and $1,000 bill. How you a soldier, you ain't never in the field. Twitter fingers, they just always wanna hate on me. Hey, show me if you real. There's no fake it and $1,000 bill.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
Twitter fingers, they just always wanna hate on me.
I can't keep it on the down low, no. His commandments go where I go.
Start your show now. Your show is scheduled to start in 35 seconds.
I can't keep it on the down low, no. His commandments go where I go, yeah. Gotta go and let my people know that I've been around the world and I got, yeah. And I'm just trying to save my people. I'm just trying to save my people. I'm just trying to save my people. For I've been around the world and I'm just trying to save my people.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's that time again. Yeah. Ya es la hora. You know, power hour. Ponle atención, class is in session. Tune in for an hour, maybe more, that's a blessing. Learn from the captains and the leadership. Flee from religion, cause them churches never teaching Everything you learn for your benefit. Line upon line is a requisite. Never take a deficit, yeah. That mean you take a loss if you stray from the way. You get the understanding if you study every day. Apply what you learn and bless when you pray. There's one interpretation, man, it's say what it say. Ya viene el tiempo, entra para el templo. Aprende del maestro con talento. La Biblia es el centro, usando a Israel como instrumento. No te pierdas en doctrina como viento. Estudia y ora y aplica. Tiempo para Dios, ven, hace una cita. Escritura dinamita, morenos y hispanos israelitas. Oye cómo explica Israel unido en Cristo para la vida, nunca se divida. Tune in, it's the power hour. Learn your family history, don't be a coward. Yeah. Tune in, it's the power hour. I said learn your family history, don't be a coward.
Yeah, history to learn. It's the power hour. The 11 hour. Tune in to your history. You know it ain't no mystery. Power hour. The 11 hour. You gon' learn your true history. 11 hour. Power hour.
Shalom, shalom. Welcome to the Power Hour Plus. I am Deacon Yahshua.
Officer Shia.
Officer Ruvain.
Officer Tobias.
And we make up the... No, I'm just kidding.
Wipe your ass, niggas.
Wait, do that one more again.
We got the soundbite?
Yeah, do it again.
Wipe your ass, niggas.
We back. I'm a little disappointed I had to break the continuity of the momentum of the momentous elation of the productivity of the production of the eloquence of the hygienic instructional directional education.
Yes, the education. I like that. That's deep, brother.
Play it again. Play it again.
Wipe your ass, niggas.
That's basically what he was saying. That's
Plain and
basically what he
simple.
was saying. Yeah, that's basically what
Plain
he was
and
saying.
simple.
Yeah, man. I needed to fill in. All praises. Shout out to Officer Helez and the brothers from Austin.
Austin held it down.
Always on standby to fill it in.
Always.
Went in on the Mormonism. If y'all didn't see that episode, go show some love and check it out. It is on the IUIC Phoenix YouTube page. All right. Hey, real quick, let's do a little housekeeping, brothers and sisters. While you are watching this right now, why don't you go ahead and hit that share? Share that on your social. All right, on all the socials. Let's get the room filled in. We got another edifying episode. We got to continue on. See, because here's my vision for the next few. See, we're gonna wind up. We're gonna do next week, and we might still be talking a little bit about this. Then we're gonna be out in the wilderness, and then when we come back, I figure that's a good way to just kind of keep going with go back into the hard times create strong.
Yeah.
Because there's all part of it, you know what I'm saying? So I figure we can kind of go back into those aspects of it, dealing with the masculinity and stuff like that, you know? So
yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah. Oh, all praises. They ordered 3 of the beard oils. All praises. I know. I'm wearing the bright and fresh today.
You got bright and fresh? I got distinguished.
Yeah. Oh, that distinguished is nice. That's smooth.
You got the classic barbershop.
Oh, you rocking the barbershop, got the bomb, trying to keep it in check. He trying to create volume.
Yeah, you see that
he
Marv,
ain't got enough volume.
That Marv going on.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Hey, and then you got Officer Shia.
And then also smells like guacamole and green tomatillo sauce.
Jalapenos and shit.
I got the tapatio.
Smelling like
no,
that.
I actually got coconut.
And that squat.
Oh, you using
got the coconut?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, look. Now that he says it,
He glistening.
I do see a little radiance down
See
there.
a little
Yeah.
shine.
I do see a little radiance in there. Oh, you throwing it up?
yeah,
you
let's
could
do
throw
it.
it up. Let's talk about it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you could throw that up. Damn, looking polished.
For real though.
Damn, throwing me back to my banker days.
Oh,
you know? I used
my
to tie
God.
knots. I used to like to have the little. See, I had the little indent there. And
Yeah.
I used to like to tie it and have the little indent there.
You used to have a little 745 Beamer, huh?
Yeah.
A little
Nah,
Beamer, huh?
I never went with the 7 Series.
Okay.
But that thing is smooth. That 7 Series is smooth. Nah, show the eloquent gentleman. bro.
Yeah.
No, why did
Nah, this is what it is.
Show
'cause-
the eloquent gentleman.
But see, this is real life. Go back to the. Yeah, that's a struggle beer right there.
Yeah, listen.
He's struggling.
20% off. See, I was talking with the team in order, and they were like, "Yo, everybody likes the kits. They still say the kits." I said, "Well, we still have the kits." I said, "How?" I said, 20% off when you
Yeah.
buy 3 or more.
You customize your kit.
It's actually a little better than the kit.
That's right.
It's your custom kit.
That's right.
So we might need to word it that
custom
way.
kits.
Custom kit.
Mm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she said his beard smell. Right. And sis, I'm telling you, I tell people, don't sleep on it.
Right.
I know there's a lot of products out there. I know you got some brothers, and I'm not trying to crush nobody's little side hustle that they got. I know some people make their little oils at home and stuff. This thing was a labor of love. Like I'm telling you, like from now you can show this as I'm transitioning to my story.
Before and after.
You can show the before and after. I did everything. I did the minoxidil. I know some people are gonna ask about that. Don't worry, that's coming. Hey, maybe in the wilderness we'll work on some of that. We got time.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Set
All
up
praises.
an RV. Maybe do a little instructional
little
or something like
instructional.
that. Right.
You want to get that knocked out? Let's knock it out.
Right. Look, I'm telling y'all, I did the minoxidil thing and all of that. It exploded in growth when I started nourishing the hairs with the oils, the balms, and the butters. All right? It exploded. Yeah, we're going to talk about clothing today a little bit. We're going to talk about dress.
Hey,
right?
D, and don't forget the consistency.
Right. You got to mix that with and faith. Most High wants you to have a beard. Same way you can pray for a wife.
Right.
Paula, pray for your beard.
Yo, that was heavy.
Yeah. Hey, and I want to say something. This is not just for people who got a struggle beard.
Right.
All right? Some of y'all got dried out. You think that just because your beard. Listen, this goes. Don't be Meshibabeth. Can we get the scripture about Meshibabeth?
I call it Meshibafeth.
Meshibafeth. Right? Is it Samuel? I think. Yes. Was it Samuel? Was he summoned and he didn't oil his beard or nothing? You know.
Yeah.
Oh man, listen. The beard. This is why we have growth products and we have the regular oil for when you got them. See, I don't use the growth oils no more. I've grown up. I've grown up. I've moved on to the big boy oils. All right. So you got to throw that on there. I got the coconut growth oil with the beard wash. All praises. Let me tell you, I washed my hair today with the Active for Men before the show.
Man, snap.
Keep the what I got. Holding on. Do you really have to go?
All right, I got it right here.
And then I put the beard wash, the bamboo tea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just kind of got that in there with the nice foaming action. And then I put the Bright and Fresh because I said, I'm feeling a little low energy. I said the Bright and Fresh is gonna brighten me up, give me a little boost to get through the show. All right, right here. Right. So some brothers got the full beard, bro. Stop doing that scraggly beard, stabbing people.
Right. That's because they only put up your picture all the time, but it's not.
Right. It's not just growth.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
It's not only for growth.
Right.
It's for if you have your beard as well.
Listen,
take care of it.
Listen, this big boy stuff. This manly stuff. That's why it's called the manly badge of dignity. You found the script?
No.
You didn't find it when Meshibabeth is
2 Samuel, but I'm trying to see.
Yeah, I got chapter 9.
19 verse 24.
19 and 24.
Wash your ass.
Wash your ass.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 19 and verse 24. And Mephibosheth, the son of Saul, came down to meet the king, and had neither dressed his feet nor trimmed his beard.
Damn. So it's telling you what, man? You got to be able to, you got to look, he was going in the presence of the king. But guess what? We in the presence of the king all the time.
That part.
Our Lord and Savior, the Black Messiah. All right?
That's right.
So you got to carry yourself kingly, right?
Right.
We call ourselves kings and priests. And we're gonna do a quick little marriage moment in a minute. Like I said, we're just doing the housekeeping. Wanted y'all to share on socials, right? Wanted to remind you about the specials we got. We still got the kits. I know everybody like receiving their little oils and the bombs and all of that. We still got it. You just now you could pick your own and use the code MBD20, right?
That's it.
And there you go, you know, right? So it says, and Mephibosheth, the son of Saul, right? Come on.
And had neither dressed his feet nor trimmed his beard.
Damn. He came there barefoot. I ain't gonna talk about a brother that came to New York for the first time like that in some chancletas.
Yeah.
Wipe your ass, niggas.
Damn. Everybody was getting on him. He just came up with the chancletas. He said he had neither dressed his feet nor trimmed his beard to show you that you can trim your beard.
Right.
You just don't mar your line, right?
So he had crusty toes.
Right, and sometimes you got to trim. You know, like you'll have those extra hairs coming out, and trust me, I'm going to tell you all right now from experience. Those of us who had the struggle beard and is moving in the right direction, we don't want to cut nothing.
Right. Yeah.
You got that one unruly. You'll have that one unruly hair out.
That's growth.
And you're like, I'm not trying to cut that.
Right.
But what you got to do, the whole process, right, as you're using your oils and taking care of it, you got to trim a little bit, right? So like, you know, those ends that are messed up. And then of course, if you weren't using a horn comb,
right,
you were splitting those hairs even more, and that's why you're not getting that extra growth, because those hairs. So that horn comb is gonna close some of those where you might not have to trim, right? And you know, you got to trim it up, right? Come on.
Nor washed his clothes.
Right, we went over that with where we spoke about in Deuteronomy, where if you stunk, you had to be put out the camp.
Right.
Right, and it talk about by night, meaning because you was working all day and you have a dirty ass.
You was stinking.
Right, and you needed to
Wipe
wash
your
it.
ass, nigga.
Right.
Yeah, that part.
Go ahead, come on.
From the day the king departed until the day he came again in peace.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? You got to clean yourself up. You got to keep it. Listen, that's part of it. That's part of it. All right. Also, brothers and sisters, let's not forget the Booster Club. All right.
That's
Donate. IUIC.fundraising at IsraelUnite.org. IUIC.fundraising at IsraelUnite.org. All right. That's that's streaming across the bottom of the screen all show. All right. You need to go ahead and make some donations there. We got big trips going on. We got big things going on as we continue to preach the gospel in the four corners of the earth.
That's right.
That's right.
Hey man, let's move into our marriage moments, right? So I'm gonna work the marriage moments into the same topic. All right. Okay. Right. I'm gonna tell you, brothers, some of y'all. And I'm going to say it because I saw it in the comment stream last week, right?
Bring it out.
Everybody, because listen, I get on the sisters when we talk about sisters, and they say, what about the men? I saw people in the comments talking about sisters got to wash their ass too. Yes, they most certainly do.
Oh, God, please.
They have they have inner parts. See, ours hang out and they stink.
Yes,
right.
They got inner parts.
Yeah, them inner workings is not working.
You know,
Right.
just kind of all,
it's not working seamly.
you know, festering up in there. All right,
Percolating.
that needs to be refreshed. We understand that, but brothers, we weren't talking about sisters.
Yeah, just take your L, man.
we
Wipe
talking
your
about
ass, niggas.
talking about the men.
Bro, that's what
right.
women do, though. They deflect.
No, for real.
How y'all men over here deflecting?
The
that's
men were deflecting in the comments last week.
Damn.
Sad.
Looking like
Shame
Neo in
on y'all.
Matrix.
Let's give them the shame.
Yeah,
Shame.
Shame.
We talking about cleaning your. We talking about what? Give me Kevin.
Wipe your ass, nigga.
We talking about
Right.
wipe your ass,
Knuckle.
Right.
to the
Damn.
men, and they here deflecting onto the sisters. Same thing sisters do when we get on them about the marriage stuff.
That's crazy.
And say we don't talk about the
You
men.
know what? That sounds like a hit dog holler.
Yes,
Same
it does.
thing I was
It does.
Oh.
Right. Right. So you know, listen. Roll with a white. Everybody loves that soundbite. All right, listen. So brothers, some of y'all are out there, and you talking about this the same brothers that was commenting talking about the sisters,
Right.
because they was offended because we telling them to wipe their ass.
Right.
Okay. This is you. Let's play the video. This is our marriage moments clip. Don't be this brother, brothers. Y'all got it?
Gotta have a girl like
See
that.
me?
Yeah, we can't
My
see it.
bitch, she gotta have her nails done.
Can't see it.
Stop it. We can't see it at all.
It's not over here. There you go.
Rewind.
Right. Listen good. Turn up the volume. Turn up the
And
volume.
pay attention to the
Turn up
socks.
volume. Pay attention to the socks. Damn, I know a captain that socks be like that.
Damn,
all the
don't
time.
do it, D. Don't do it, D.
I'm just gonna say he's in the Northeast.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Damn.
Definitely. Gotta have a girl like that. See, me, my bitch, she gotta have her nails done, her feet done. I
Stop.
don't
Pause on this brother's
What's up with
nails.
his nails? What's up with his shirt, though?
He said, these were the brothers last week talking about the sister got to
Right.
wash. We going over cleanliness. They
Right.
said, see, she got to have her nails done. She got to have her clothes on.
Damn.
And you looking like this brother right
Like
here.
Mephibosheth.
Right. Like Mephibosheth. Mephibosheth. Run it back to the beginning. Run it back. I got y'all, sisters. I got y'all. I'm equal opportunity.
Look at them.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
This brother
gets
is not partial at all.
I'm not partial at all.
This
At all.
something that I've
Dead
learned from
serious.
him, he
he's
is
not.
not partial
He's not.
at all, bro.
All praises. Let me tell you real quick, just a quick little sidebar flashback.
Can we get the dream music? What's up? What a sound by that?
I remember Deacon Asaph had pulled me aside. I might have been an officer of 50 at the time. And we were talking about something. And he brings out the scripture about not being partial in judgment. And he tells me, you've always rolled like this so far. Continue to roll that way, all right? The scripture says about not being partial in judgment. And that thing has stayed with me to this day, you know?
We damn sure see
It's
it.
not to say, I'm going to be candid with y'all, that I don't feel
Right.
like favorable towards certain brothers and sisters.
Right.
But I always remember what he told me, and I remember that scripture. And when that rises up in me, listen, I put it like this. I don't want to say judgments ever feel bad because you're standing for God, right? But there's a burden of responsibility that goes with them when you got to do it to somebody that you kind of, you know,
Have an affinity for.
Correct. All right. So yes, I'm not partial. I'll make every one of y'all cry.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh God. Or sweat.
Hey, what was that, Benson? Was that his
No,
new
that was-
sound?
that was
No.
me. That was
Oh,
me.
that was you? Oh, I thought that was Benson with a
Oh,
new sound.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely sweat.
Anyway, so listen, I got your back, sisters. Them brothers that was out here is talking about, damn, man, I'm musty. They were not trying to own it. Talking about, man, my sister, she better be fine and dressed up, but I ain't going to wash my balls.
Right.
Damn, bro.
Damn. Run it back to the beginning. Run it back. Come on.
Definitely. Gotta have a girl like that. See, me, my bitch, she gotta have her nails done, her feet done. I don't play that. I don't play that. I do not play that.
That's what I'm saying.
But he a nigga though, so it really don't matter. I'm a nigga. It don't matter.
No, you a nigga. He a
said,
nigga.
but wait, your nails is dirty.
Yeah.
He said, but
Yeah, but I'm a nigga though. I'm a nigga. It don't matter.
Hey, listen, if you offended by any of this stuff, I'm forewarning now, all right?
You'll be all right.
I learned
Wipe
there's
your ass, niggas.
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
there's a brush.
Go sleep.
There's a nail brush. Like there's actually brushes you could use to wash your hands too.
Yes.
Put it
Well,
out there.
I don't know if y'all know this, right? But when you wash your hands, right, with soap and water, you're supposed to have some soap and water cupped in your hand, and then you take your
Take it
nails
and
like
scrub
this
it,
to
yeah.
get the soap under the nails.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I see a lot of people going into the bathroom and they don't do this. I see this.
Yeah.
But I don't see this.
Right.
And that's how you get that soap under the nails. All right. He's on the video. Are you show? I'm trying to show them how to wash their hands the right way.
You're delayed.
Am I delayed?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Click live.
Oh, I gotta click live. Okay. Thank you. So you gotta wash it under there, right? And y'all be forgetting the thumb, bro. Y'all need to be doing some of this right here, cause that thumb be all out there. You know what I'm saying?
Just thumbing it.
Right?
Yo, we
Hey.
learning new stuff.
And let me tell you,
bruh.
when you wipe your ass,
Wipe your ass, niggas.
when you wipe your ass, don't forget about this part of the hand that wipes.
Damn.
All right? Because that
Wipe
hits the
your
cheek.
ass,
You know,
niggas.
oh, by God.
Look, right here.
We getting real technical right now.
The meat of the palm by the base of the thumb.
The meat of the palm by the base
Next
of the thumb.
time you wiping your behind, right? Because some of y'all be like, well, I didn't get no poop on my hand. I don't need to wash my hands.
Something splashed on you. Stop it.
No, stop.
This part right here is rubbing up against the butt cheek.
Right.
And if
Damn.
you a lefty, it's rubbing up against the left one.
Oh my God.
And if you had a messy one, you know some of that poop went up on the butt cheek, on
You
the
better
inner butt
fix
cheek.
it. You better
Mud
fix
butt.
it.
Bro,
Wipe
I'm telling
your
y'all,
ass, niggas.
next time
And wash your hands. Wipe your hands
next
and wash
time,
your hands.
next time you go, pay attention. you're gonna see how this part of your hand always wiping up, touching up against the butt.
They gonna be like, damn, how he know that?
Yeah, man. Y'all gotta clean that thing up. So get under the nails. Look, you get some soap, get a little suds under here, get under the nails, and wipe the thumbs. All right, wipe the
your
thumbs.
ass,
You doing
nigga.
this? Look, your thumbs get any action?
Right.
When you doing this?
No,
Your
not at
thumbs
all.
get any
Not at
action?
all.
You have to get the thumbs.
Hey, that's
all
when
right?
you get them brothers come out the
You
bathroom smelling
gotta
their hands and
kind of
shit.
get in here. You gotta get here.
All the
right?
crevices.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
right.
It's levels to this.
We
shit.
learning
It
new
is.
things. Hey, we learning new things, bro. All praises.
You right. He said Jodeci and Boys to Men. Oh, that's right. He said H-Town.
Oh, damn.
Oh, snap. You remember that?
Yeah, for real, though. For real,
He said Jodeci and Boys to Men. You got to know about H-Town, right?
Damn.
Color Me Bad was rocking in there,
he
too.
don't know- he don't
right?
know
You
about-
know what I'm
he
saying?
don't know
You know
about
about H-Town?
No, I know Boys to Men
Somebody
and Jodeci.
rocking, knocking the
Yeah,
boots.
okay. Yeah,
So give me that sweet love.
Just gotta hear it.
Yeah, that was it. Right. H-Town. That was like their one-hit wonder. H-Town. I guess they're from Houston, right?
They are from
makes
Houston.
sense.
Yeah,
They are
yeah.
from Houston.
Right. That was like the little one-hit one. Shy.
Yes.
And if
Yeah.
That part right there. Yes.
Right, you remember that, right?
Dig you on one today.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Run the video back.
Easy, dog. Definitely. You gotta have a girl like that. See, me, my bitch, she gotta have her nails done, her feet done. I don't play that. I do not play that.
Hold on, your nails not even done.
Yeah, you shit dirty. But he a nigga, though, so it really don't
Yeah,
matter.
I'm a
nigga. It don't matter. Like, baby, don't come around.
He said, it don't matter. Oh, snap. Go ahead. Come on.
Tell me if your hair ain't done.
Oh, my God.
Like, don't
hate that shit,
like,
bro.
stop around me.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I said.
That's what I'm saying. Like, look, I'm the catch. Why would I fuck with you if you can't even do that?
He said, I'm the catch. I'm the catch. He got enough titty to feed everybody through the famine.
For real.
He talking about I'm the
Damn.
catch.
That's the famine meal.
Hey,
Damn,
I'm telling y'all. There are brothers amongst us that's rocking like this,
Don't
brother.
do it,
There are
D.
brothers amongst us
Oh,
that
my
roll
God.
like this, bro.
Damn.
Telling
With the
you.
famine titty and everything.
They got the famine titty.
Damn.
They got the tapatio
The
on the
tapatio.
t-shirt.
God damn.
Or the
Damn.
Frank's Red Hot.
Oh, damn.
That's cool.
Oh,
That's
God.
Kool-Aid right
Saying?
there.
I'm the catch.
Got the Kool-Aid powder on the joint.
Damn. It
Tropical
ain't no
punch.
beats, I can tell you that.
Go ahead, play.
That's the simplest
Oh,
thing.
God.
Why would I fuck with you if you can't do that? You feel me?
It be the simplest
Why?
shit. It be the simplest
Pause
shit.
it. Why does it look like Officer Alkanon's brothers from Bakersfield? Look.
Oh, you terrible.
Damn, wow.
Shout out
That's
Officer
crazy.
Steve. I love you, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
He gonna come see you if he coming out
For
from the
real.
wilderness.
For real, bro.
Come see you in the wilderness.
I know.
Crazy.
He gonna be like, yo, bro, let's go on a hike.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
You'll never see you shy again.
Damn.
R.I.P.
Snap. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Play it.
He got the back knee.
Oh,
Hey,
he
what's
needs
that
some
song?
milk.
Josiah the King did. The only thing
Yes.
holding on you is them holy,
Holy
draws.
draws.
Wipe your ass, niggas.
Yo,
Oh, my God.
and I'm gonna tell you, they don't talk about the dress, but it's indirect. We're gonna talk about the clothing today too.
Man,
Bro,
this
don't
is
don't go out your house in your pajamas, man.
disrespectful.
What is this? But we had a brother here that used to come all the time in his damn pajamas to
Who was
everything.
that?
Man, you know what I'm talking about, Big Back.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
His
damn.
pajamas, bro.
It was a meet and greet. It was
Oh, God.
a meeting at Deacon's house. It was everything, bro.
Oh,
This
my
brother
God.
PJs and slip-ons and slippers.
PJs and slippers that was too small.
Oh,
Too
damn.
exactly
Damn.
too
Oh, my
small.
goodness, bro. Go ahead, play it. He said, I'm the catch.
To me, and the first thing I look at in a bitch, bro, I look at her teeth. She can't be missing no teeth, bro.
Bro, what? Yucking off that bitch.
He said she can't be missing no teeth.
Damn.
Be there toothless and all of that. My God. Oh, my goodness. Go ahead. Take it off the screen. Take it off the screen. That's my marriage moments right there. Brothers, stop it.
For real, though.
Stop it.
Brought to you by
Wipe your
IUIC
ass,
TV.
nigga.
It is a joke. It's a skit on Insta. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. All right. It's a skit on Insta. But it was the timing was on point. Who
impeccable.
posted it? Who had posted it? I think it was was it you,
Officer
David?
Zara?
Nah, it might have been David that posted it. I don't know. Somebody posted it. Somebody posted it, and I sent it they posted in one of the regular groups, and I sent it to the Power Hour real quick because I said, damn, and people was trying to get on. This ain't the sisters. You got nasty sisters too.
Okay.
Don't know how to wash and take care of them. So, but I'm not talking about the sisters. I'm talking about the men.
Yeah. Because you lead from the front, brother.
I'm talking about the men, right? So we're going to listen to Kevin again, right? And we're going to talk a little bit about the clothing, right? Damn, there was something else I wanted to mention. Let me get my list. All right? I had a list.
Can we hear the soundbite again?
Yeah, put the sound bite.
Wipe your ass, niggas.
In case you didn't hear it the 12th time.
Hold on. I had notes. Okay, health and hygiene show. That's right. Okay. So, let's talk about the clothing. Let's let Kevin play real quick while I look up some of this, all right? Let's talk about that.
I was taking notes. I was supposed to be
Men who wearing clothes that are pressed get better results than men who are wearing clothes that are not pressed or wrinkled. Men whose shoes that are shine get better results than men whose shoes aren't shined or dusty. Men whose fingernails are nicely clipped and manicured get better results than guys whose hands are not or dirty.
Okay, y'all can comment for a second. I'm looking something up. Go ahead.
You know damn well you the same way, man. You ever sit in somebody's car that just got it nice and detailed? I mean, nice and detailed.
Yeah, let me get Sirach 19.
There you go.
Verse 29.
There you go. Bring it out.
Because they're just like your clothes have a spirit on them, depending on what you're wearing, how you look and how you present yourself does too. Go ahead.
The book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 29.
Read.
A man may be known by his look.
It said a man may be known by his look.
Oh, yep. I'm glad you got it because we was going to talk about that. Go ahead.
And one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him.
See, it said people know that you have understanding by your countenance. That goes into your confidence, how you present yourself, if you're boastful, if you're humble. Read.
A man's attire.
A man's clothing.
And excessive laughter.
Whether he's always laughing or if he has a grave appearance about himself. Go ahead.
And gait.
And the way he walks.
Show what he is.
That's right. So start from the beginning.
A man may be known by his look.
Right. Now, brothers, when y'all are out and about in the streets, make sure that you are presenting yourself as a king or as a god. Your clothes should be pressed. You should have enough self-respect to want to be at your highest appearance at all times. Go ahead.
A man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him.
Because people can get a sense about you, about what you stand for, just by how you dress. You know, whether your shoes are dirty, whether you got wrinkles in your clothes, whether you got crust in your beard, whether your hair isn't combed, not groomed properly. Go ahead.
A man's attire and excessive laughter.
Right.
And gait.
Right.
Show what he is.
Right. People can even tell whether you're confident or not just by the way you walk. Whether you walk with your with hunched over or you standing up straight with your chest out and your chin up, looking like you're getting ready to take over the world.
That's right. It's heavy. It says when thou meetest him too. So first impressions do matter.
Right.
And you think, like you said, walking around with your head, your chest out, your head up.
Right.
We're ambassadors for Christ. When you look at an ambassador for another nation,
this is not just about looking good to pull sisters.
That's right.
Some brothers, I know brothers who've gotten married. And like that, maybe they were trying to lose weight before they didn't lose that much, but they lost some to make themselves a little more attractive.
Right.
And then we've gotten on them and talk about, like clean yourself up, whatever. I'm married now. I don't need to worry about that.
Bruh.
It's not just about trying to pull. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not it. It has to do with that whole presence, okay, and what you put forth. All right. You're talking about that you're a son of God, you're a king. I'm a god. I'm a top G.
Right.
And you looking like the dude out there with the damn pajamas.
Meshibafeth.
Right, looking like Meshibafeth. Right. No MBD in your beard.
No.
You see the plug?
Plug that.
See the plug?
For
right?
real though.
You know what I'm saying? And you ain't dressed right. Now watch this real quick. Read Sirach 19:30 again.
The book of Sirach, chapter 19.
Read 29. Go ahead.
And verse 29. A man may be known by his look.
And then jump to the first part of verse 30.
A man's attire.
Right. And then jump to what the last part of 30.
And gate show what he is.
Right? It shows what he is. A man. So look, it says a man's attire. It says and excessive lavender and gait. But it says a man's attire shows what he is. A man may be known by his look. All right? Watch this so you can understand why it says attire. Okay? Because it's easily understood when you talk about women. Get Proverbs 7 and 10.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 10. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot.
With the attire of what?
An harlot.
Why? Because it shows what she is. Your attire shows what you are. Here, it was understood that her, see, that's easy to understand.
Right.
Oh, she had the attire of a harlot. Well, guess what? You got the attire of a bum. That's all I wanted on that. You got the attire of a bum.
Yes.
All right, or whatever it is that you're walking around thinking that you are, then you're not walking around like a king or priest, like a godly person. All right? I think a lot of time we think dress code and we think that it's just dealing with make sure you wear your fringes. And you're wearing fringes on a freaking holy shirt with tapatio and Kool-Aid and ketchup on it. You ain't in the right spirit. That's not the right setup to be in. How are you representing your nation and your people that way?
Wipe your ass, niggas.
Right.
That's it.
So you gotta stand for more than that. And let me tell you something. There's some confidence that comes with that. I'm gonna give you an example. When you get your new garment for the Passover, we get the new colors,
right?
And you throw that thing on, you feeling different.
Like
you feeling fresh.
Message.
God, you feeling fresh.
For real.
If you get it, you get it.
You walking around. Look, we do the formal night. We do the royal night when we do these get-togethers sometimes, and a lot of people like to show out for that. Why? Because it makes you feel like. You know what I'm saying?
Like you are.
You're right.
Like you run the place.
Did you ring, Jeeves?
Yes, sir. So, prime example of that, you remember we did the show and we brought out a comment that the sister made at Passover, right? So she said, like, who are these? They think they walking around like kings. She saw she saw that confidence that we were walking around with in our garments and our jewelry, fresh cut, beard looking right. So, yes. You know, your appearance does matter.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. There's degrees to it, right? Obviously, you dress up a little more. But, I mean, listen, I've been, if I'm taking out the trash, you know what I'm saying? I might be out, I'm walking out to the front taking the trash. I'm not, But, I mean, even when I go to the gym, I'm not trying to go all crusty. You know what I'm saying?
You're in public setting.
Yeah, wash the boogers out your eye. Throw a little beard oil in my beard and whatnot.
A little deodorant.
Bro, I was throwing I was freshening up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm going to talk about because I want to talk about the deodorant real quick. All right? And when I started doing the scents, I would throw the beard oil on. My wife would be like, "Where you going? Thought you was going to the gym. Is somebody at the gym?" I said, "No, I actually don't really talk to anybody. Right. I said, if I do, it's the bros. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said I'm focused on my workout. But my point was, I was like, I'm trying to not be, you know what I'm saying? I'm put a little something in the beard.
Look tight.
Right.
Can I get some real quick?
Go ahead, bring it out.
Get Romans 8 and 19 real quick. Because you look at it, we read Deacon brought out something heavy and made the correlation between Proverbs and the harlot, right?
Yes.
But it's the same thing that it said in Sirach where it says a man may be known by his look. And his attire shows what he is. Go ahead and read that.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God.
The entire creation is waiting for the sons of God to be able to manifest on earth. Your appearance is an outward manifestation of where you are spiritually. Just like for the harlot. The harlot is a harlot spiritually before she looks like one. She had to think, it had to manifest that way, right?
That's right.
It's the same for the sons of God.
It becomes you.
It's who you are.
It becomes you. That dressing, that clothing becomes you. That
your attire.
Your attire becomes you. Your personality, the words, how you talk, how you maneuver. Just what he was saying when the garments come on of Royal Night.
Right.
You start walking like.
But the scriptures tell you that a man's attire show what he is.
Yes.
It shows what you feel about yourself.
Right. So yeah, man, you gotta, you gotta represent.
Right.
So I mean, even in my gym attire, I'm not going all crazy. Like some people go all crazy out. It's gym clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like I might slide by with something that look a little beat up because it's gym attire. But here's the other thing you got to think about with clothing. We're gonna run Kevin back in a minute. fit, right? Because I'm not talking about. I'm not gonna talk about style, because people are gonna have whatever style you like. That's fine.
Right.
But wear size appropriate stuff, right? And this all kind of goes together. Because I'm gonna give you an example. Your stomach's too big, so you want to get a bigger shirt, right? But then maybe you're not tall enough for the bigger shirt.
Damn.
Right.
So now
Conundrum.
now you got on pajamas.
So now you got now look like a nightgown, and then you like the 3-inch fringes.
Right.
So then that make the shirt look even longer.
Oh, yeah.
You're looking like you're wearing a nightgown.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm up.
The 90.
Now you look like
You got the Vicky Secrets on.
Right. So
Damn.
it's like right. You could put right. So maybe right. So maybe your belly popping out. So if you're so worried about that, so then this is such a compounding effect that starts to happen in your attire,
Did he
and
put
you
it
just
up?
start to look
There you go.
sloppy because you don't want your famine titty to show.
Damn, for real.
Right. And by
For
when I
real.
say famine titty, I'm talking about the titty to feed people in the famine.
Right.
Right. So you don't want the famine titty to show.
Right.
Right. And so now you're trying to get looser shirts, but you're probably not tall enough for the looser shirt. So now you got this long, loose thing that don't fit right. And I'm not saying be the opposite and wear schmediums.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't do the
Some
schmedium.
of y'all like to be smediums. You know what I'm saying? Because you wanna maybe you got some shoulder definition or whatever, right? There's a way that you can get something that. What I'm saying is get something that works through the shape of what you got going on. When I was in banking, I remember this because I used to go buy suits, and this is how I found out about it. They call it portly suits, right?
Portly.
That's how they fit, huh?
So it was they had a little extra by the stomach for the people that had the big stomach, right? But everything else still fit. So you didn't need to go up a size. If you were like a 44, regular, you would get that, but get it portly, and it had like a little extra, to kind of
For the pot belly.
for the pot belly and stuff like that. Some of y'all look like your button. I don't know what your button did to you. It's hanging on for dear life. It's like this, trying to hold on.
1 hour.
You know what I'm saying? You wearing a button-down shirt, and it's just like, and it's just trying to. So they have things now for that sort of stuff, so that you could do that. Some of y'all got your hips too big, and you're trying to wear certain types of pants, and it's off because the pockets start to bunch up on the side and stuff like that.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like it don't look right. So you're kind of there like, So when I talk about clothing, right? I'm saying whatever your style is. Listen, I could dress up a t-shirt. Yeah, I'll wear a t-shirt and jeans. You know what I'm saying? And the footwear, we got to talk about that too. Look a certain way, and it'll actually look okay. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, damn, somebody, because if you wear things that fit appropriately, right? And I'm not saying, look, you might be into real baggy. I'm not into the real crazy tight stuff. You got to find something that kind of goes, that's kind of cyclical too with the times and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
I'll look back at stuff that I wore in high school, and I'm like, damn,
Them
that was the
used
style.
jeans. Yeah. Color.
But whatever it is and however you roll, make sure that it fits. Get the right size. You know what I'm saying? Get the right size.
And wear a belt. Damn.
Right, wear a belt.
For
What's
real.
wrong with y'all?
Yes.
Wear a belt.
No,
And get
but
a
wear
good belt. Don't get a cheap belt, all right?
Right.
Splurge on a good leather belt. A good leather belt, I'm talking about a good one, probably no less than $40, $45. A good leather belt. Right, that has some rigidity to it.
Yeah.
Some of y'all getting that bonded leather on some pressed cardboard.
Damn,
all right,
on the cardboard.
or you're getting some cheap leather. The whole thing just stretch out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got a
That
nasty
pleather.
belt, right?
Right.
The reversible ones that break.
Right. It matters a little less now, but when you're tucking the shirt, your belt should match your shoes.
Right.
Right?
Right.
If you're wearing something out, nobody's really looking, you get away with it, but still get a quality belt. You should have at least 2 colors, a brown and a black.
That part.
And you can kind of get away with that. Don't got to match exactly. You have shades of black, you have shades of brown. Get a brown and a black, Hey, and I got a tip for y'all. Get a slide belt.
There you go. Absolutely.
So you know how, because let me tell you, it's gonna.
You're right. He said, please.
Go ahead, Jeeves.
I was just gonna say too, Dig, along with like the clothing, tailoring will also help you.
Right. But there's a lot of brands now that do that. I'll
Okay.
give you an example. I won't buy it from them because Levi's makes a fit that's good for it. They have an athletic fit, Levi's. I don't have a perfect V. I have a little rotundness here, but I'm kind of wide shouldered, so I gotta, and my legs, I try not to work them like crazy because they blow up. Like my quads just get big real easy. and my weight, like the waist proportion to the legs, it's like if I buy the smaller waist, it's not gonna fit in the legs. They have a measurement called hip and seat.
Okay.
In the pants, right? They sell certain pants that the seat, like some of y'all, it's not for you. You're wearing them skinny jean style, and you can't pull them up because your thighs and your hips is too big. Even the pants too, right? So I forgot which Levi is. It's like it's one of the 5 somethings that I buy, that actually has a little more room in the seat because, my legs and the butt. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it all pressed up in there.
Right, where it's tight.
Right? And I don't like it all tight where it's pressing on the thing. It's uncomfortable. They have certain cuts and stuff like that you can wear. So get the right cut of jean, get the right cut of pant. Right? Gosh, I'm not going to be all extensive. If you're short, you shouldn't cuff your pants. Makes you look shorter. Yeah. Right? Even if you think cuffing's the style, a cuff's going to make you look shorter, all right? Certain styles you shouldn't wear. If you're short, don't wear shorts that's too far over the, some people wear like the Bermuda shorts, they would call them. You're going to look like a hobbit.
Oh, them jams. What they call them? The jams?
Right.
They go down to your ankle?
They have an inseam on shorts. They have a 7 and a 9-inch. 7 is still okay, and you look all right, 7-inch. And then if you're a little taller, whatever, do the 9-inch, right? Comes down a little more below the knee and stuff like that. So there's a lot of little different things. You just got to educate yourself on it, right? And the dress of that stuff. A lot of it's just throwing stuff on. You don't get the right, even with your camp pants. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have different fits for that stuff, too.
Yeah. Right.
Malek got some parachute pants.
Right. Don't
the MC Hammer.
Don't be like Malek with his parachute pants.
Be like, can't touch
No,
right. Bro,
you got the MC Hammer. We have another.
It's mad funny. When I was in Guatemala, because I'm tall in Guatemala.
Oh, no. Oh,
yeah, I'm tall in Guatemala. Yeah, I'm tall in Guatemala.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
I'm tall in Guatemala.
I'll fix it.
Everybody's so short in Guatemala, and a lot of them like to wear the pants, but they don't wear the right. Like so, they got like the big parachute and then the taper.
Right.
So it's just hilarious when you see them like that.
What you said is heavy though, because a lot of us grew up and we didn't have the ability or the education to be able to know how to properly dress, the different aspects of it. Right. We just kind of wore what was given to us.
Right.
A lot of us do hand-me-downs, but now that we're growing into knowledge, it says my peep. Get that Hosea 4:6. Real quick.
While you get that, there was a. If we can find it, there was a teacher somewhere, and he was a Judite, and he had a after-school program where he was helping and teaching the young men how to properly dress and tie a tie, and you look at that and it's like, dang, all praises. I'll tell you this: my father-in-law, shout out to Papa Houston, he's funny, but he dresses really nice, and I like how he dresses.
Yeah, listen, them skinny jeans.
I like how he dressed. I like brothers that dress with their suits on and they rock it. I envy that because they look nice, and I would like to dress like that on a more, not on every day, but more consistent.
Right,
that would be really nice. I would like that.
Right, exactly.
I was gonna curse.
Exactly. You got something you want to bring out?
Read that real quick.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
And we know that the knowledge chiefly is God's laws, right? You got Malachi, 2 and 7? But it's not just the knowledge of God's laws only, because once we come into the knowledge of God's laws and we discipline ourselves there spiritually, everything else comes with it. Our heritage was full, and we had a way that we dress and carried ourselves. The cleanliness that comes with holiness. They say godly. What is that saying? Godliness is next to cleanliness.
Right. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Is that saying they got? Yep.
It's literally the cleanliness is a manifestation of what's going on spiritually internally. But read that again from the top.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
We lack the knowledge of the different ways that genes are actually built. A lot of us get hand-me-downs. We don't know these things. That's why it's good to do the research, ask questions. We were destroyed because we lacked the knowledge of how to properly wash our hands, how to clean ourselves, all these things. Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
The point is, when it comes out right now, don't let that shame of not knowing it be to the point where now you reject it through pride. Acknowledge what you don't know. Do more research. Ask questions. Continue to put yourself around men that are in the body that may have been exposed to these things, that may have had fathers that taught them these things. And that's how we take advantage of those fathers that are being fathers to the fatherless. Deacon Joshua.
Yo. It can be embarrassing when you learn something, like we're talking about the nails, we're talking about the everything, right?
Wiping your ass.
Right. It can be embarrassing, but I like learning new things that I don't know. Hey, when you guys put me onto certain colognes, I'm like, dang, I like that.
Right.
Because it's just like more knowledge to me, and it's like, all right, that's stepping up my manliness level up to something
And
else.
that's putting and it's putting yourself around other masculine men. We could talk about these things, point them
Yes.
out in each other, and not feel some type of way. It pushes us to be better together as
Iron
a
sharpening
unit.
iron.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. In all different perspectives.
Right.
Right. Listen, the topic is what? From lard ass to Lord, right? So we're not just talking about, because you could be in shape or like not a lard ass. Maybe you're not in shape. That's a broad definition to be in shape. Sometimes people look okay and they got all types of health things going on. Look, this is one site I like to use. It's called Sly Belts.
Okay.
I mentioned the Sly Belt. I want to go back to that, give a little pointers.
So
all right.
question.
So, what's your question?
Do you wouldn't recommend a double-sided one, or just by different? Separate?
No, you could. I just think, why not have two, right? So they have different. This is one of the lower end ones, but they're still pretty good. They have a more expensive one. Here's the thing with a slide belt. You cut it to size. It has the inches, right? And if you didn't notice, let's say you wear a 34 pants, you need at least a 36 belt, all right? Because if you wear 34 pants, the belt's not going to close, right? So it depends. And maybe you could go as high as 38, but then you might have some extra on when you hook the belt. What I like about the slide belt is that, right, sometimes you eat, it expands. You could loosen that bad boy up. You don't got to worry about rungs on it. It has little clicks, right? So it's also not going to stretch the way a belt with a hook and loop would, right? Right.
Yeah.
So, and they have some nice ones here, different buckles you could get. I splurged on, then they even got one that I got that's like a little survival buckle. It got a little knife. It got a little flashlight in it, little bottle opener and stuff like that.
He got a utility belt.
That one's a little
That's
more.
a Batman. He got
But
a Batman.
they'll have like pure leather ones. They'll have some bonded leather ones. All right. But what's nice about this, right? Look, the different belt buckles and stuff, and there's the black ones, right? There's the black belt. They have different belts. You can even engrave the buckle if you want. But the slide belts are nice because they kind of click in and out. And so as you fluctuate in weight loss or whatever, you can deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So it won't jack your belt up as much. And they come in different sizes. They're nice. I remember I lent one to Deacon Isaac, and he's yet to give it back. So I just bought another one. I'd let him have it. He probably I'm just waiting to see him wearing it one day and be like, hey, you like the belt I lent you?
Looks good.
It looks all right. I just deaconize my brother, so I just I know we all brothers, but that's my dude. So I just said, okay, I'll let him have it. Cause he took it, I was gonna be like, yo, mail it back, and then I said, I didn't do all that. I'll just go buy another one. You know what I'm saying? So slide belt, just a little tip right there. Hey, and you know what? I want to look something else up. Go ahead. Y'all can keep talking as we going through it. Or if you want to run Kevin back a little bit, I want to put something up too as I'm looking.
Hey, I was gonna say,
real quick.
when you go jean shopping, spend some time in there. If
try it on.
Right, try it on. Spend some time. Try on the different types and figure out what works best for your body type. Because you have some brothers that try to wear cowboy boots with some skinny jeans. No, get boot cut. You'll try to get the skinnies and you fat. Don't do that.
I'm gonna send you guys something real quick. You ready, Deacon?
Read that real quick.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
We were destroyed because we lack the knowledge of a lot of different aspects of life. But we got to be mindful. Now that we're coming back, the waters are rising. It's rising specifically in God's law and God's word first, but with that comes teachers. We have fathers now. We have men that we can look to that can give us advice and counsel. So it's important to really be mindful. When these things come out, we can't make the excuses because we don't have the knowledge or we didn't know it anymore. You got to ask questions. Put yourself out there. Acknowledge what you don't know. Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
That's what we don't want to happen, because God is going to start holding the nation to a whole nother standard. When people see an Israelite, they're going to be able to know the difference between the vessels that were gold, silver, precious stones, and those that are the stubble and the other aspects that are in there.
You want to be a Lord. You talking about you Lord and this and that. I'm telling you, you start dressing a
should
certain
dress
way,
like
you
one.
start grooming yourself a
Yeah.
certain way and stuff like that. It's gonna make a big difference. It's gonna make a big difference.
The way you dress is going to show what you are, and then the men that are spiritual are going to identify. You don't want to fall into the ones that because of how you look, you're saying we're judging off appearance. No, that's just the big. You could tell someone that's not keeping the commandments when they come up to you and say shalom, but they got no fringes on.
Yeah, but think about even when we're marching through the city streets of America, the type of persona that it puts on somebody, it hits you in your subconscious like, these men are gods.
Right.
These men are kings. Look, they're in order. Look how they dress. Look how they walk. Look how they carry themselves. You shouldn't just. It shouldn't just be when you put on, your uniform.
Right.
It should be like that all the time. You should want to look like that all the time. When you in Walmart or whether you in a doggone business meeting, whether you getting you at the movies or you getting ready to go to an interview, you should carry yourself as the God that you are on earth 24/7.
That's
It's
it.
in season and out of season.
Right.
That's it.
Hey, can we play this real quick about what you're going over about having teachers being able to teach us new things and valuable lessons, day-to-day things. Yeah, we teach the scripture all the time. Bible. Here you go. But then we also got to teach how to maneuver in society on a day-to-day basis.
You got to teach how to apply it.
Yes, that's very important. Yes. Go ahead.
You want to put it through the middle and kind of hit on this one side.
Now stop real quick, stop. Before someone comes with, oh, but that's the European fashion, whatever. Listen, you try to go get a job, all right, wearing your garment.
Right.
And see if and you could say, oh, but
Give us
they're not
results.
supposed to. No, they're not supposed to. But prove that that's the reason you didn't get the job.
Right.
Facts. Right.
You
So let's stop overreaching. All right. The scripture says, "In one of all things," that means the fashion that we got now.
And to be wise like a serpent.
Right. Use wisdom in those things. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people are too much into that casual stuff. You show up with just a tie. You don't even gotta have the suit. But if you have slack shirt and a tie to an interview, and I'm talking about even if that thing is at McDonald's, I'm wearing shirt and tie to the interview.
Right.
You move into the top.
It shows how serious you
as
are.
a candidate.
It's the mindset.
Yeah.
But that's how much that a man's look and his gait. Because the other thing is you can't be so used to you diddy bopping in there or whatever.
Right.
You gotta walk in there like you own the room.
You walk in there confidence, chest out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look,
Straight
you might have famine titty, but guess what?
Yeah.
If you pop the chest out, you have good posture. Because you think that because you got famine titty, I know fat brothers. You think that because you got famine titty, you're gonna do this, right? So you start to walk like this. To not show the man boob that you got going on.
Right.
But if you actually prop that thing out a little bit, walk with good posture, chest up, shoulders back, head up.
Your spirit changes, bro.
Everything changes,
your
man.
Your mind, your personality.
Everything changes. Everything changes. All right? You roll in that way, okay? You roll in that way. You'll be A-okay. You're going to be A-okay. But I'm telling you, so little things like learning a tie, man, I had to learn that before YouTube. I had to learn that thing from a book. I remember I had a Men's Health article that showed me how to tie the damn ties.
It's a heavy thing.
Yeah. I had to figure that thing out that way,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, play it. Go ahead, play it. He wants to play it. Go ahead.
Idea is tying a community together.
When you dress nice, you kind of empower yourself.
And for Waterbury native Victor Gonzalez, it all starts with a tie.
I really wanted to change people's perspective and rewrite the narrative of how they see us young men and really want to empower them.
Victor,
he really wanted to say us young black men.
Right.
He didn't say it, but he really wanted to say it. They look at us different, but when we dress nicer and we carry ourselves different, it changes everything. Go back a little bit. That's what he really wanted to say.
We become more disarming.
Yes. Yes. Go ahead. Right there.
Us young men and really want to empower them.
Victor founded the nonprofit Ties That Tie. He's been holding these events around Waterbury, teaching young men and women how to tie a tie.
And the kids' face, they have that accomplishment. I did a tie.
It's about more than dressing well. He hopes to inspire people to do good.
I really want to empower people to really give back to the community that they live in and just really love where you come from.
And it's already working. He says the community has been eager to help his cause.
All right, that's it.
All right, and I'm telling you, there's such a little nuanced things that you know, you need people to teach you, right? And it's a different era now. I didn't have a dad to teach me this stuff. I had to learn it from like magazines and stuff like that. And then, you know, once I got in that sphere where we were kind of moving a certain way, you know, you pick up tips from other people. You know, different styles of shoes, you know, how to polish them and stuff. Let me tell you something, and we'll get back to shoes. But you know, for example, you go to buy a shirt, you're so used to doing small, medium, large, but when you're buying a shirt like for this. You know, you got to know your neck size. You got to know your sleeve size. And then they have different fits. They have regular. They have athletic, right? Or fit. You know, there's
cufflinks,
right?
Not the
cufflinks or not cufflinks, right? I mean, some people love it. I'm kind of sometimes I like cufflinks, sometimes I don't. You know, so you got the French cuffs. You have a Windsor now. You have a double Windsor. Double Windsor you really wouldn't do on like a regular style. That's more for like the spread collar shirts, so it fills up more of the thing. If you have a very round face, you shouldn't wear spread collars. There's so many different things that go into that stuff that, like, you know, and some people say, whatever. But I'm telling you, it makes a difference. Like, for example, if you're fat, don't wear horizontal stripes.
Damn.
Really?
It'll make you look fatter.
Out,
If you're short, wear vertical stripes. Make you look longer. Make you look taller.
What's heavy, though, is like these are things that we should know, but they're all taught by fathers, and most of us grow up in single-parent households.
Yo, I like going to him for a lot of things. I like going to him for, hey, teach me how to manage money. Teach me how to check my emotions when, bro, everything. This man is and then he embarrasses me and he tells me, hey, you suck. Yes, I do. Teach me. Yes, sir. Let me have another one.
Another.
Yes, sir.
But I know what that's like, you know. Like, I've always had a thirst for some knowledge, whatever it might be, whether it's academia, scripturally, or whatever it might be, because I didn't really have that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have my grandfather, my abuelo was, you know, probably the father figure I had. And, you know, my stepfather, I learned some things from as well, just as far as work ethic and stuff. My mom really didn't let him kind of deal with us in that way as far as discipline and things like that. But, you know, I picked up things here and there. And then I had to kind of self-teach myself a lot of things. So it was a lot of trial and error. So if I could try to minimize that for somebody, then, you know, I'll try, you know. And then the more now with the enlightenment of the scriptures, you know, you kind of bring all that together. It makes a big difference, right? I still want to jump back on clothes a little bit. But before we do that, because we kind of moved away from hygiene a little bit, I wanted to talk about deodorant because it overlaps with the health.
Wash your ass, nigga.
It overlaps with the health. And this is just a recommendation. So deodorants, by and large, that you buy, like your Degree or whatever, those are antiperspirants, right? And they're supposed to stop you from sweating. And that's a natural process that you have, right, to sweat, right? The sweat is not the problem. The problem is that you have different bacteria that reside in your armpit and your groin areas than you do in the rest of your body, even on your feet. Body odor, there's a lot that goes into it, but the primary thing that goes into body odor is whatever bacteria you're colonized with, right? And that bacteria eats your sweat and then takes a poop, and that's what smells so bad when you do it, right? So the issue is to keep the bacteria in check, right? You want to keep it at a healthy level where it doesn't get crazy, all right? Now, food, hydration, certain levels of health, different things contribute to body odor as well, right? Like if you meet an Elamite, their diet, right? They have a strong, right? Moab has certain scents and stuff like that.
Spices.
The issue with antiperspirants, aside from heavy metals and things in an area that absorbs that very easily, is you're stopping the body's natural thing to sweat, right? So what happens is certain bacteria keep other bacteria in check. You wind up getting one of them out of balance with over-colonization or under-colonization. I recommend, and this is what and it takes an adjustment period. I'm going to tell you that. It takes an adjustment period. I know people will do things to mask the scent, and you can do that if you want to. That's not an antiperspirant. That's called deodorant if you want to try to but then you smell like sweat and lemons or something like that, right? I use this crystal thing, right? Okay, put it up on the screen, all right?
Check the Telegram.
And it's basically a salt, all right? It says potassium alum, but there's no aluminum. You got to know the kind of names of...
So it says unscented.
Right.
So let me ask you this.
Can you show it on the screen? All right.
There you go.
It's a mineral deodorant stick, all right? It's unscented. And don't get the liquid ones. They don't work because they have like a roll-on one that has liquid already. It doesn't work. You simply wet this underwater. You got to swipe it under the arm 20, 30 times, all right? Because you got to really get it in there. And it's not going to be like the antiperspirant that you use that if you're stinky and you could just freshen it up.
Right.
You're going to have to wipe there, right, if you're trying to do like a quick freshen up or just wash your ass, right?
That part.
And then put it on. So you wet it and you put it. So it's and I know it says aluminum chloride. It's not some man-made metal. It's a natural salt. Okay, it's a natural salt. This thing. I used to have all types of issues under my arms until I switched to this. All right.
You be getting the bumps and stuff from the deodorant.
Yes. Yes.
The
and then the shirts would get discolored, and stained, and stuff like that.
That's why I stopped using lemon.
What this does is, it still allows you to sweat. But the salts that are in it reduce the bacteria population under your arms in a healthy manner.
Okay.
So here's the issue. If your body's used to antiperspirant, when you switch to this, it's going to be a little rough at first.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to get used to it. You got to... I mean, I don't think I'm a stinky... I'm not saying I've never stunk, but I don't think anybody's smelled me, right? And I've been using this, like, for years, right? You will smell a little something. It's more severe in the beginning as you switch and This is just a recommendation. You don't got to do it.
So, when you transition and you start using this and you're still gonna stink, you don't put
you might smell pretty bad at first still.
So don't put nothing else. Like don't go back to the other one.
Don't. That's the thing. You can't go back to it. You got to let this run. And I'm telling you, within a few weeks, you will start to, because your body will go back to equilibrium.
Okay.
Right, with you being allowed to sweat and all that stuff like that. And what you're really doing is, instead of masking the scent, instead of stopping the sweat, you keep the bacteria in check in the amounts that it needs to be by a natural method.
Okay.
And it makes a difference. And here's the other thing. I'm about to save you all types of money, and now you could give to the Booster Club or get your MBD.
Yeah, for real, though.
One of these joints will last you a year.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So, and my question was, because you said you have to do it underwater. Do you do this in the shower?
No, I just wet the stone. It's a crystal stone.
Okay.
Like, it'll break if you drop it on the floor. It'll shatter.
Gotcha.
Don't use a shattered one. Then get another one.
Right.
All right. You wet it under the sink. And if it starts to dry out, because you don't want to be scraping your skin with it,
need more water.
wet it again. And like I said, you got it generously, 20, 30 times under each arm.
And is it like once a day, twice a day?
However often you want to use it.
Because you said it's going to be more. You're still going to have the musk in the beginning when you start.
You will. There's a transition because you're using antiperspirant. Damn, my thing got like all crazy for a second. Okay, using antiperspirant and all that stuff, right? So,
so more frequently in the beginning, and then you can
maybe more frequently. The thing is, if you're kind of dirty under there, it's not gonna help. So what you might want to do is just maybe take some wipes, kind of wipe
Wash
away.
your ass, nigga.
Right? I'm talking about you on the go.
Right.
Obviously, in absence of washing your ass. Washing your ass is the number one thing.
Right.
And then you can kind of throw it on there. And they even make a travel size, a little smaller one. You want to keep it with you.
Right.
And you just kind of wet it and throw it under there. And like I said, you got to understand the mechanism that it works. It kills the bacteria that's under your arm. Not fully, doesn't wipe it out, but it'll bring your body back to balance.
Right.
And I'm telling you, I've been using it for years, and it's cleared up all the issues I've had under the arms, right? I don't really have a funk like that. Now, if you're doing some heavy sweating and working out, that's going to happen. I mean, even antiperspirant's not going to stop that fully and stuff like that.
Right.
But in general, just you got to transition to it. And like I said, the only one that I found that works, don't do none of the other stuff. I mean, they might have some scented ones, but then it depends on how you feel about how you're going to react to those materials. For me, I use this plain one. The kids, they get to a certain age, their hormones start working. Like my son doesn't have underarm smell yet. He's still too young, right? That bacteria hasn't colonized on him yet. My daughter started to, and we put her on this, and world of difference. World of difference. So, they got charcoal, tea tree. You can try it. I've never tried none of those. I don't know what's in them. I can't speak from my experience to that. But I use this, and you eliminate that issue of, and I'm telling you, one will last you a year, bro.
All right.
Wow.
One will last you a year. So you're not going to spend because now what's it, like $8 for deodorant now?
$14 for the native.
Wow.
Because I use native.
And
then it don't even last you that long. You're talking what, a month?
Like I said, you're gonna have to bear down.
Okay, hunker down.
Hunker down, and like you said, so maybe and the best thing you could do is not cover it with scent, but take some wipes if you can't bathe.
We got the dude wipes.
Yeah, can you can use
and
the
wipe
wipes.
them, and then if you have it with you, just wet it under the sink.
Spackle it on there real
Spackle it back on.
Hey, and you look at it. It says 19.
He said, "Don't do the week before Tabernacle." You got it. Yes.
And low key though, summer's over in Arizona, so this is the time after Tabernacle to do the transition.
Right. See, someone says she used the Crystal brand too, and yeah, they have other brands. And don't get food that it says aluminum chloride and potassium alum. It's not what you think it is. All right, like it's not man-made aluminum and metals in the thing. It's literally a crystal. It's like a salt.
So
it's like a salt block. It's like a salt rock.
The 3-pack is $20. If one of
That's
them
3 years, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's 3 years.
And one of them is $7-8.
It's 3 years.
Yeah,
that's one for home, one on the go, and one to replace.
Yeah, and I got the small. I got the travel size because it's a little easier to pack in my little travel bag.
Right.
And I use that.
I just got paid, man. Golly.
Yo, for real.
Oh, my God.
Right. So and that's true. There's links between the deodorants and cancer and lymphoma. That's the travel size.
Okay,
yeah.
This is the travel size.
Yeah, my lymph nodes
Listen,
be.
It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody because some of y'all's gonna take you. Some of you got to do some other things. You got to drink more water.
Right.
You got to clean up your diet a little bit. Your pores, like you stink because you're sweating out the nasty food you eat. All right, and I'm not saying you got to be perfectly always eating salads and everything else, but balance yourself out. Right, like balance your eating out, balance yourself out. It's gonna help. I'm telling you, it works great. You just got to give it a chance. The transition's gonna be rough. Gonna be rough. You're gonna notice it.
Yeah.
Transition gonna be rough.
In the cart.
It's
on the way.
It's on the way.
On the way home.
It's on the way to the house.
Yo,
we practice what we preach around here.
Yeah, bro. Taking notes.
Right. So that's just, and I say that from a health perspective because it's true. The metals, and you don't want to stop the sweat. I'm gonna tell you something else. Let's talk about shoes. Right. Let's talk about shoes. Let's talk about shoes.
You know, Judah loves shoes.
Bring it
For
out.
real, though.
Israel
Bro,
loves shoes.
I'm just, bro. Oh my God.
First thing I want to tell you. Damn, I should have sent this.
Yo, they got this back on stock. The needle.
Oh, the micro needle for the beard.
It was out of stock for a couple weeks.
Talking about the derma
Let me
roller?
post this.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need a MBD roller. We need an MBD roller.
That'd be dope.
All right.
It's back in stock.
First, I'm gonna talk about funk on the shoes. All right, and then we'll talk about shoes and presentation and stuff like that. All right. Okay. People talking about putting the baby powder. There's a couple things that I use. I didn't put the other one. They sell these little deodorant balls.
Right. Yeah.
That you kind of you open them or close them. You put them in your shoes.
Yes, sir.
I use them heavily for my workout shoes because my other shoes I'm not really sweating that much in them, but the workout shoes I'm sweating. This spray. This is the brand I use. They have other sprays. It's called Funkaway. Right. Even I just recently got a newer pair of shoes. I mean, they're probably a couple weeks in at the gym. And even new, I started spraying this in there, right? Because I'm using my gym shoes, right? Spray your shoes sometimes, okay?
Right.
Because, first of all, you should be wearing socks.
Right.
That part.
Because the socks help absorb the sweat. Remember how body odor happens. The bacteria that colonize your feet are different than what's on your face and everything else.
So the brother that came in the MOV with
Don't
no
do it.
socks
See,
on,
that part right
that
there.
smelled like molded cheese, that was bacteria.
He ran us out of the lobby with the bacteria.
Wipe your ass, nigga.
Diet contributes to that, like what he's eating, the type of foods and things like that, how much he's hydrated, what he drinks, right? But also his bacteria, right? So socks, and I know they have these nice, Lycra spandex sock. You need something that got like maybe a little cotton blend in it or something like that,
to absorb,
because it absorbs the sweat, right? And I notice, look, they even got no-show socks now, because I know certain styles you don't want the socks showing.
Right above.
They got the no-show. They got little grippies on it. They got them for men. Women been onto it for a long time. They sell them for the women all the time. But in between, especially for the gym shoes, I spray this in the gym shoes before I put them away. All right.
Will it work for the boots?
It's supposed to work for any type of shoe, right?
Okay,
And you spray based on the amount of funk you got in there.
I was gonna say, so if the funk is predominantly
you gotta kind of
bad,
spray harder in there. You
but
gotta
it'll work.
Give it a good. Yeah, it's gonna help. It's gonna help. Right. I mean, you know, if your shoes is a little older and they've been like that a while, it's a little rougher to do that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it'll work. The idea is to keep them dry as much as possible.
Right.
And it has a lot to do with, again, the bacteria. So there's things, you know, they have Manscaped has a foot deodorant, foot spray that you could put on there too.
Yeah, they expand.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You can take this crystal deodorant. I wouldn't use the same one on your arms that you use for your foot, but if you buy the 3-pack, like if you have real smelly feet, wet it. Rub it
And
on the
apply it.
underside of your feet, right? Get a good coating on there, and it's going to start to help, but you got to be consistent with it.
Right.
And it's not going to make it smell nice, right? That's like when you spray air freshener in the toilet and it smells like crap and potpourri at the same time.
Crappery.
You like try to mask
Yeah,
it.
it's the crappery.
You can use the same crystal deodorant on your feet if you got some heavy foot issues, right? If you got some heavy foot issues and stuff like that too.
Can I just because you said it helps dry it, right? I sent something to the chat if you guys could pull it up. This was actually recommended by my the Krav Maga instructor I go to now, right? But this is for the boots. He gave it to me for my gloves.
Oh, yeah. I use the they sell stuff for the gloves that has like powder in it.
Right.
And it keeps it absorbed. So yeah, cuz the gloves be stinking.
Bad.
Hey, let me tell you something. If you go to a gym, do not use the gym's gloves.
Damn.
No.
People's hands, no, they stink.
Yeah, they're bad.
They stink. I did it one time when I was taking Muay Thai in New York, and I didn't have my gloves, and you know, so they sell stuff that you could put in the gloves too, because oh my goodness, it's horrible, bro.
Right.
And you're wearing that, and then it's stuck on your hand, and remember, it's bacteria related. So now that bacteria is moving onto your hand,
Right.
Air bacteria.
and I don't know if you ever looked at bacteria under a microscope. They call it highly motile, right? Because when I was doing the dental hygiene, we learned about it. You take a little swab. They'll make you brush your teeth. Take a little swab of your gums and then throw it under a microscope, and they'll do like a before and after, before you brush and after.
Right.
And when I say it's highly motile, they move. If you look at them you could probably look it up, bacteria under a microscope, and they got videos of it.
Right.
They move. So now you're looking at them move, and they move fast. Now when you're looking at it magnified, it's obviously sped up.
Yeah.
It's not really sped up, but you're seeing it magnified. But they'll move around your hand and stuff like that. So that's why you shouldn't be sharing things like shoes and gloves when you're at the gym and stuff like that.
You cross bacteria, Aiden.
It was it's glove dogs. What they had. Have you heard of those? They're like nunchucks. It holds the gloves together, but it helps with the smell.
Right. Yeah, listen, someone says smoking your feet in apple cider vinegar. I mean, listen, I don't need to do that because I've brought myself into a balance where it's just, I'm not saying I don't have funk. It's just not so crazy when I do because, first of all, I hydrate a lot. I'm going to tell you, that's one of the biggest things, drinking water.
Right.
Hydrate. Stay extremely hydrated. That's going to help you out, right? And then your balance shouldn't be, your diet shouldn't be too crazy with you know, I don't want to say bad foods or good foods. That creates like disordered eating, but
processed foods.
Everything's kind of when you cook food, it becomes processed. So I think those are trigger terms, right? But I understand what most people say by processed foods is prepackaged
chips
stuff that's kind of with
Sister
those
said bowling shoes too.
Oh yeah, bowling shoes. Yeah, they have a spray that they put in them and stuff like that when you rent the bowling shoes. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A good idea, if you're really extra, might be to kind of bring different socks and then make sure them socks get washed before you put those socks into your when you do the bowling shoes thing and stuff like
Is this
that.
the one you got?
Or roller skates, right? Gorilla.
Is this the one you got?
I've never seen that one. No, I do the pre-workout for before the gym, and then I got the one for the focus. All right, so now that was about deodorizing the shoes, right? I spoke about good socks. We spoke about clothing that fits, all right? We spoke about clothing that fits and how important it is because of how it makes you look, right?
Hey, D.
Yeah.
I think Soldier Michael had something up here he wanted to show about the bacteria.
Oh, yeah, you can show it. Oh, yeah, bacteria under a microscope. Just so you see it moves. Look.
Yeah, no, I'm cool on that.
So they can move along your skin, they move along your body and stuff like that, right? Right. And that's not even like if you look at oral bacteria, that's the one that's moving all over the place. It's crazy.
Right.
Make you think twice about
yeah, that backdoor marriage you thinking about right now.
You over there kissing somebody.
That backdoor marriage you thinking about right now.
Dang.
Yeah. Right. Okay, you could get that off. That's the bacteria that they showed on there. Yeah, he's shopping over here for some things. Let's go back. Let's play Kevin from the beginning because I want to talk about the clothing, and then I want to make a point.
Men who wear clothes that are pressed get better results than men who are wearing clothes that are not pressed or wrinkled.
So there's another thing. Now look, my wife probably thinking I'm a hypocrite because sometimes, like, she be ironing my fringes.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah. Because sometimes, no,
oh,
sometimes
because they get the little frazzle dazzle. That's true.
Sometimes.
I might not seem like your typical guy, but I do have typical guy tendencies. And sometimes I ain't got no time for that. I ain't trying to iron no fringes. If the shirt look okay, I'm going to go. But I'm going to tell you, some pressed fringes, they look very different, all right? Especially depending on the type of fringe that you like to use.
Okay.
Right? See, that's why I love the suede fringes because those really don't need ironing. They're low maintenance to me. Bullion get all funny once you start washing them and stuff. And I like short brush, like half-inch brush fringe. Not because I got no fear of fringes and stuff like that. It's just
easier to maintain.
Yeah. And I like their appearance because sometimes the fringes be all wow, bro. You know?
That's why sometimes you got to
Them
iron.
little brush ones do hit different though.
Right. Yeah. The little, but they gotta be half-inch. I think any more than half-inch, they kind of they can get a little crazy too. They kind of flare out, right? And then those kind of need pressing back down. But a lot of people love the bullion, right? And it's a nice look.
Clean,
but they get all crazy when you wash them.
Yeah.
So yeah, my wife's big on doing that. She be like, "Oh, iron that or whatever." Now, some shirts. See, this goes back to knowing some stuff. When you have poplin shirts, they actually are supposed to look a little puckered, right? So it's not supposed to be a smooth press on the shirt, right? So you'll think that it's not ironed and be like, no, that's the style of the shirt, right? So there's different, you have knit, you have raglan, you have poplin, there's different material. Some shirts are poplin and they're designed to have a little kind of textured look to it. It's not wrinkled. You're just so used to like a plain shirt that you press flat, and you think that that's how it's supposed to be. Not always the case, right?
Okay.
Like I have a couple like that. They're not supposed to look perfectly pressed.
Right.
That's kind of like the style of it and stuff like that. Creases in pants aren't always appropriate.
They not always.
It depends, right? Creases are really designed for pleated pants. When you have flat front pants and you put creases, just kind of looks dumb, right? So how you fold them or how you hang them is different too, right? I know some people like to put creases in their jeans, but creases are really made for pleats.
Right.
The pleats on the front of the pants. You're not supposed to pleat flat front plain pants. You're not supposed to. And guess what? You don't fold them, right? Things that have pleats, you fold in, or that you want to crease, right? You fold, meaning you take the two sides, you fold it in, right? And then you line it up so that it maintains a crease, right?
Exactly.
And then pants that are flat front, you actually you close them, button and zip, and then fold them in on each other. Right? So that you're not getting anything funky in there. All right. So there's different things. Look, right.
Yeah.
So
You got to fold them with the crease.
Right. Hey, and let me tell you, man. Especially depending on where you go, they got some places, stores. I know when you do the pants, they got the permanent creases where they'll stitch it in.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to make the crease, they'll stitch this.
Some brothers,
some brothers doing that with their
some brothers got it here for a
cargo pants.
Look, my wife chimed in and she said, iron your fringes. So she particular about that. So, I used to iron like crazy. Then I got a wife. So
that part. Man.
So, I'll be like, and it's funny because I'll go to iron. She'll be like, why don't you let me do that for you? Right. But then when she's busy or doing something else and I'm like, yo, I need this iron. Like, yo, you said, why don't I let you do it? So I'm letting you do it, right? Oh, she's telling me, please clarify that I ironed it. I did. I thought I was pretty clear, and I'm saying it now. What are you doing? Don't be interrupting the show, woman. The hell is this? All right, so the ironing. Go ahead, Kevin.
Men who wear clothes that are pressed get better results than men who wear clothes that are not pressed.
Please,
hey,
thank you for
let me just point that out.
That was an Edomite, though.
Don't sit like that.
Was it an Edomite or a Sheetamite?
Nah, I don't know. You got these things here, right? Like I'm not promoting that. Okay, I don't know who did that on
with
this
the
video.
thigh meat out. We don't do the thigh meat.
Don't be. Boy, you squishing your
I'm
jewels.
saying, like,
how you not squishing, bro? How you not squishing your jewels, man?
I can't even do it.
It hurts to sit like that.
It's because his wife has his jewels.
Oh
my God.
Or his husband.
Damn. Got him.
This day and age. Go ahead, play.
Better results than men who are wearing clothes that are not pressed or wrinkled. Men whose shoes that are shine get better results than men whose shoes.
Stop. Okay.
Go wear no flowers on my.
Some brothers don't listen. Even if you're not in a profession, you gotta have at least one pair of dress shoes. Now, if you dress more frequently, then you should have more than one. Okay, I used to have a black, a brown,
right,
and then you have monk strap, you have wingtips. Some people are gonna tell you, Kevin will tell you should have the monk and this and that and the chucker. I don't think you need to go all crazy like that. I'm in gym clothes most of the time, or or camp boots. So it's like, and in between I'll have stuff that I don't get to wear that often. But because I don't work in that corporate world anymore, where I'm wearing the suits and stuff like that. But you gotta have at least one, and I mean a good pair, right? Payless is gone, but you can go to places like Burlington, and they'll have like
DSW.
some nice, like real leather, right? Don't get the
Men's
man-made
Warehouse.
upper, Men's Warehouse, and get like some real leather, not the synthetic stuff. I would even say splurge a good pair of shoes.
120?
I was gonna say
Probably about
200.
150,
Oh, yeah.
195,
Yeah.
around there. But if you take care of them, you throw some shoe trees in them, you shine them, or if you don't like the high shine, you condition them at least. All right, the leather, they'll last you forever. You know what I'm saying? And if you find a good deal, you don't got to do the two cut. It depends on how often you need them. Right. I understand there's different things. That's what I'm saying. The fashion depends, but you should have at least.
One pair of black.
One good pair,
Yeah,
black
and brown.
Right,
Black
yeah.
and brown.
I would say black and brown,
Yeah.
but do black. And then depending on your style and your budget and whatever else you got, then you can do the monk straps, you can do the slip-ons or whatever, So like, I got like a black slip-ons that I just got. I got a black lace-up, I think I kept my brown lace-ups from when I used to do the banking. I got a few. There's different things that you can do. And then, I don't want to say I'm a sneakerhead, but I got a lot of sneakers. Some I don't even get to wear.
I know you said recently. Now it's not more about style. Now you just get shoes that are good for what you need them for.
Yeah, and comforts, a lot of it and stuff like that. So, I like the colorways because I like to match them and stuff like that.
part.
So they be trying to get me. And, I used to be a Nike guy, but Reebok be having the flash sales, bro. They hit me with a text, 40, 50% off.
You in there?
I'll be rocking a lot of the classics and stuff like that. I know my wife. I ain't got no room, bro. My wife be like, and then I'm from New York, so you gotta have at least a pair of Timbs.
Timbs.
Gotta have a pair of Timbs.
Hey, I won't be able to go to Feast of Tabernacles. I'm gonna
because you're shopping.
Because I'm gonna be broke by the end of the night,
shopping.
bro.
Man, this brother, we ain't heard hardly nothing from him. He been on the Amazon.
Yo,
Amazon.
Go ahead, but play Kevin. But hey, if you do have shoes, don't let them be scuffed up and nasty. Take care of them. All right. Hey, women will tell you. They'll look at your shoes and that
Before anything.
Right. So you could be all dressed up here. They'll look at the shoes and and I'm not saying because they looking because they want to see what size they are.
Right.
They looking at how you lace them. Are they dirty? Are they grungy? Stuff like that. Right. I know some women's looking at the size of them. But go ahead.
Fix it.
Shined or dusty. Men whose fingernails are nicely clipped and manicured get better results than guys
Stop.
with hands.
He said manicured. Listen, I ain't got time or the resources to be going to get the manicure
Sitting
done.
down, the mani
But let
and
me
the
tell
pedi.
you, get one done at least once, man. Do even a
For real.
pedicure.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they're not gonna paint them. I mean, unless you.
Ask for it.
And if you're
unless
watching
you'll
this
look
show, you
glossy.
shouldn't be like
You'll
that
look
way.
glossy.
But man, I'm telling you, they'll hook them up real nice. At the very least, trim them. Sometimes you might need to file them. Don't let the little dead skin and stuff be all hanging off there. Sometimes the skin sheds around there and all that. I'm not saying you got to get all in there crazy with the cuticle pushers and all that stuff. Brothers' feet be nasty. Your feet.
Damn.
Your feet be nasty. Okay. Trim your toenails, right? Cut them down. Keep them appropriate. All right. I remember we were in Belize. I'll get you, Jeeves, in a second. We were in Belize. And I usually don't go out in chancletas, slippers,
Right.
because I feel like you gave up the fight.
Right.
Like I'm always thinking tactical,
Right,
like if
right.
something pop off,
You gotta
and
be
I
able to
know
move.
you could kick them off, but
But with
the
your
time
foot
that it
bone,
takes,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like you gotta instantly react, and
Yeah.
then you don't know what's on the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kicking them off, or what if I gotta run? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On the cobblestone.
I'm not. I mean, I've done it occasionally, but I'm not big on walking outside with chancletas. I just don't do it. All right. For me, I gotta be ready. I gotta be ready. I gotta be ready to run. I gotta be ready to fight. I gotta be. Hold on, bro. You rang?
Yes.
We went to Belize. I'm laughing. and this is not some brag on my feet or nothing like that. You're weird if you care about that stuff about how my feet.
I know
look.
a soldier.
Well, we know a brother. We know a brother.
So. I was wearing the chancletas, and Captain Zeph likes to. When we went to Belize, I said, "All right, Belize was the last stop on our 15-day that we did."
Right, I remember. Yeah.
So we got there. We were gonna go to a restaurant by the beach. The first day we got there. Next couple of days was gonna be crazy again. We're gonna go to camp and stuff. So it's just a travel day. I said, "Man, I said my feet's been in boots, nonstop." 10-hour days in boots. I said, some longer. I said, I want to wear some chancletas. So I said, I'm going to go to the restaurant in chancletas. So I had a nice shirt, whatever, and the chancletas on. Not the cheap ones. I didn't buy the cheap little shower shoes. I had some nice chancletas on. And I guess he peeped it. So he's always trying to catch pictures and stuff. Brothers just be getting on each other and stuff like that. And he was trying to, and he goes, and he said, damn, your feet is pretty. I said, pause. But he looked dejected, like he was ready to take pictures to crack jokes on me.
He wanted to crust it.
He said, I can't even.
What am I
Like he had the phone out, like he was like,
with this?
like he said, I can't even.
He left me nothing to work with.
He said, I can't even. He said, I'm not even gonna take up. He said, like he thought about taking a picture to show them.
Yeah.
He said, but
I caught deep.
he said, damn, I can't do nothing with this and stuff like that. So it's just you got to take care of yourself, man. Now look, my wife would tell you, I don't be moisturizing. I need to be putting some lotion on and stuff like that. So I guess I got some God tendencies. Should be on me, moisturize and stuff like that. I probably should. You know what I'm saying? I get a little dry skin here and there and stuff like that. Whatever. But I don't. But that's my take on chancletas. Like some people like to be around with slippers all the time.
Some people just like to expose their feet.
I think
That's
it
true.
depends if it's appropriate or whatever. Okay,
I'm gonna
but
go to your
make
house
sure
one day
make sure
with
your
chancletas,
hands
but
make
I
sure
repent.
No, your feet are horrible.
Damn.
They look like hobbit feet for real,
Damn,
bro.
like you've been walking through hot cold.
They don't
Wipe
look
your
like they
ass,
belong to a
nigga.
human, bro. It's weird.
Oh, damn.
When I saw the feet, I was like, damn.
You saw my feet?
Do they look like the
When they
hands?
took a picture when you were at Tabernacles, you were like
Damn.
this.
We were out there.
He needs some milk.
No.
That is true.
We were out there
Feet are
roughing it.
weird, bro.
No.
Weird. Your feet are strange.
We got G's.
See, I forgot what I was gonna say now.
You got some weird feet. Your toenails are weird. Your toes are shaped weird. Damn. Strange, bro. They looked amphibious.
Damn, you got the amphibian feet. You got the fibby feet.
I don't know,
Bro,
Damn, he got the fibby
I don't
feet.
the picture's out there. It's in one of the tellies. It's in one of the tellies.
Oh, it is. I remember that.
I'm
say that,
listening
man.
right
Find it.
now.
Yo,
Find it.
Officer
Jeez,
Jeeves.
I'm sorry.
Jeeves.
Benson.
Oh, yes.
Benson, my bad. Go ahead. You rang twice.
Yes, he did. No, like
No,
4 times.
Officer Eli rang twice.
Oh, it was Officer Eli.
But
okay.
to the point of the toenails, brothers.
Stop. Get out of here. Where's
Be
the mute
mindful
button?
of where you cut them.
Oh no! Oh God! You are funny.
You're funny.
careful when
Oh,
you
that's
get
right.
funny
That
toenails.
Brother's funny.
Damn, that was good.
Damn.
Right. Damn, someone said you got French fried toes. I can't
Damn.
explain it.
You might hurt somebody's feelings.
I can't
Right,
explain it.
right.
Hey, you ever seen an ocelotl?
That just sounds painful.
You never
I
seen
don't
an
even know what that
ocelotl?
is. What is that?
I think it's spelled O-C-E. I don't know. But his toes remind me of an ocelotl.
See, that just
Like
oh.
that?
Damn.
No. His toes aren't like the toes of an ocelotl.
It's
His
like
toes are like the face of the ocelotl.
Damn, you got ocelotl face on your toes?
That's how his toes look.
Damn.
Like the face.
With
That's
the
how his
fungi
toes look.
sticking out?
Yeah. At least they smile.
That's the toes.
Damn.
That's the officer's toes.
I don't even know how
You
he
got
knows.
eyes on them too?
Yeah.
That's
I'm sure he does.
crazy.
Amphibious.
You got the
And
fibby
they're
feet.
amphibian. And it's an amphibian. The
Fibby
ocelotl is
feet.
an amphibian. That's how the toes look.
Officer fibby feet.
I'm not trying to insult you, man. I'm just being real.
I was
He
about
said,
to.
I want to
I wonder what your wife is thinking. Does she concur?
Damn.
Is she on? Is she on?
I
hell is
think she posted something earlier,
Oh,
but
can we get that off the
anyway,
screen? That
get
is
it off the
disturbing.
screen.
That
It is disturbing. And then imagine seeing freaking 5 of those
10
on
of
each
them.
foot, 10 of them
Damn.
just kind of
That's my strong
commiserating.
That's his strong hand.
Yeah. What's it called?
Take
Fibby
care of your
feet.
take care of your fingernails. Take care of your toes, brothers. Go ahead, come on, play.
Whoa, they found it.
Oh shit! Don't put it up! Don't put it up! Don't put it up!
Is it already up?
Oh my God.
Don't put it up.
Oh my
Don't put it up.
God.
Did y'all put it? Don't put it up. Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that.
Y'all ain't right, bro.
Nah, don't do him like that. Don't do him like that.
Officer
Hold on,
is
y'all.
right.
Hold on, y'all did
Hey,
me.
hey.
Hold on, y'all did me with the African garb on.
If y'all want to see the
And they
ocelotl
showed my
toes,
fro back in the day.
They did you. They hold on. They did Officer
Right.
Tobias with the fro.
Damn, they found
did
the
me
picture.
with the garment on and stuff.
They found that.
Hey, I bet you it was someone
Listen.
outside from here, bro. It was either Issachar.
if you want to see the ocelotl toes, you'll have to come to a West Coast Tabernacles.
That's
one
it.
day.
Damn.
Damn,
There it is. Yeah.
There you go. But save that. Let's save that. Let's save that.
Put that in the
Yeah.
archive.
Let's save that.
I want to go home now.
No, they didn't put it up. They didn't put it up. They didn't put it up.
My wife said I plead the fifth.
They didn't put it up. Damn. Take care of your toes and feet. Play Kevin.
Or not, or dirty. You know damn well you the same way, man. You ever sit in somebody's car that just got it nice and detailed? I mean, nice and detailed. It just smells. It seems like the air conditioner's colder when your car is freshly washed, right? It seems like everything is. It seems like everything is better. So think about you jumping your boy's car and it's freshly detailed. You ain't trying to eat in the front seat. You ain't trying to drink nothing in the front seat. You sitting up a little bit more straight because you respect that. You like, man, this brother just spent some money in here. I'm gonna take care of it.
Right. That's that energy that come with it, right? It's put it like this. Let me give you another way. When you was a kid and you used to dress up as something, right? You would start acting like that. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yep.
I've seen it here. Like there was a hat. I think it was the 2015 Passover in Orlando.
I remember the story.
The hat had spirits on it. And whenever it was a cool hat, but whenever anybody put the hat on, they would start doing all these poses and different things and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm telling you, when you go try your shoes on at the store and you look at them in the mirror, don't you be kind of like, you know, you put the foot down, you give it a little
pep in your
stomp. You know what I'm
step.
saying?
Pep in
You
your
know,
step.
same thing. You put the shades on, right? What happens when you trying shades on? Right?
Yeah.
You be like, you know what I'm saying, right?
Styling and profiling.
Right?
Facts.
You know, so there's something behind that dress. So when you carry yourself that way, when you're pressed, when you're clean, when you smell right, when you put yourself forward that way, it exudes confidence. And this is the point I wanted to make, right? I was in the military, and you military brothers know.
Bring it out.
A couple reasons they do. Military teaches grooming standards. Why? It's the military.
It shows what he is.
Why? That's part of being a complete man. Being a warrior also means you know how to get yourself right,
Put together.
dressed up and put together, right, cleaned up. You move. There's a time where, right, you men, you're gonna sweat, you're gonna be working, you're gonna be doing different things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's gonna happen. But then when you clean up, you clean up.
Right.
You know, and the military teaches that one of the reasons is for health reasons. You're all together and stuff like that, so you got to be clean. All germs and diseases spread, right? But the other thing is that because they understand the importance of that as well.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. How you put that forward, and I'm not just talking about when you're in your dress uniform. They have those standards of dress and things like that because you got to take a level of pride and a sense of urgency in how you present yourself forward. Right.
The better you present yourself for them, the more vigorous you're gonna work to protect their bottom line.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, imagine, you know, this is the leading military in the world, the whole world, and they're powerful, technology, weapons, all this. You got all these men, and then they look raggedy. And then they're stinky, raggedy. What kind of military? You're going to look at them and be like, this is the power of the world?
You can have Meshibabeths.
Yeah.
This is the power of the world?
Right.
This is who rules the earth?
Right,
and we all fear these people?
That part. That part.
Exactly.
So again, I want to emphasize when it comes to the clothing piece and stuff like that and everything, I didn't get too, I mean, I guess we spoke about it, but whatever your style is your style as long as it's lawful.
Right.
Right? But wear things that fit. Okay? Press it, clean it, Okay, and appropriate for your body style and type, right? Skinny jeans don't look good on any man.
Facts.
All right, I don't care what you think. That skinny jean stuff, you know. And then there, again, you know, sometimes I like a tapered jean. Sometimes I like a boot cut if I'm wearing boots, right? It depends, but it should fit. It should be appropriate. It should be comfortable, right? Because some people will put something on and be like, damn, that look nice, but it's hella uncomfortable. You know, that's not gonna help you breed that confidence. There's a spirit behind it that empowers you and makes you move a different way, right? We gave a bunch of different examples, right? Some were funny, some made sense, right? I used the garment, right? You put the garment on, you feel fresh a certain way, right? I did the sunglasses, right? You in there making faces and stuff like that, you know? The shoes you try on and different stuff like that. Get things that fit, right? Make sure your drawers fit.
Right, fast.
Some people you ain't wearing the right drawers, man. Maybe you gained some weight, man. You're not a medium no more, you know? Yeah, we gotta wear large. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You know?
when it start to fold in the front,
Right, right.
get you some new drawers.
Right. What you project out there is part of that masculinity, right? And you're no less of a warrior just because you want to make sure that you groom right, you look right, you present yourself forward a certain way, right?
Nah, Deacon, but I like buying a bottle every new moon.
Yeah, well, that's what's important to people. And then they'll be sloppy and rocking bottles. Hey, I'm telling you, some of y'all, I don't know if it's being cheap or you think you're going to lose. You got to get to a point where you realize if you got the discipline to lose the weight or not. And I'm not talking about six packs. I wish I could find a video where they said, unless you're naturally lightweight like that, it's actually not healthy to be like long term.
Right.
To have I'm not saying you need to be fat. There's studies that show reduction in waist size decreases all cause mortality.
Right.
But there's a balance, right? Like you need fat, right? Like it'll start messing with your hormones. Like if you're getting sub 10% and you're not naturally 10%, you're gonna have issues.
Especially as you grow in age.
You're gonna have issues, right? As you grow in age. We're gonna get to where we talk about muscle. I want to start setting up the 3 pillars of health in a moment. On the last 20 minutes that we got here. And then next show, we'll talk a little bit about the different exercise stuff and things like that and the misconceptions behind that. And I'm going to talk a little bit about diet, but more from a generalized perspective. I know that people can be up in arms about that because everybody, oh, keto this or low carb that or carnivore this. And, everybody got opinions. Ain't nobody used anything for any good length of time and stuff like that. You know, like I was watching one today that I don't know if I sent it or I saved it. And he was saying, people go out of their way to talk about that calories in, calories out doesn't matter, right? And it's not the only factor, but it's the base of it's the foundation of that, right? Like if you were to draw it in a pyramid, right? Like calories is the base of that, right? Then on top of that goes macros, what those calories are comprised of, right? Then you got things like food quality. And then it goes into things like supplements being almost last, right? Because supplements aren't really going to do much if the rest of the stuff isn't together. Yeah, we're going to get to that in a second. But basically what they were saying is that people basically, because they want to get a following or they want to be trendy, and maybe they look good. But maybe they always look good. Maybe they never struggled with weight, right? Maybe they never struggled with any things like that. And they'll tell you that it's not about calories, but then write a book and trick you into basically reducing your calories without showing you that you're reducing calories. Because guess what happens when you do something like keto?
To reduce your calories?
Yes.
Because you eliminated a whole macro group.
Right.
You're not eating carbohydrates. You're doing fats and proteins. Now, you could overeat on keto. If you're ravenous enough, you can. Right. But what you've done is you eliminate a food group, and that's not going to save you calories on your plate. Right? And they'll find different methods to tell you by telling you to do this. So they tell you 1 meal a day, right? And they'll say all these magical things that 1 meal a day does. But guess what 1 meal a day does?
Cut your calories.
Cut your calories. Because of your calories for dieting, let's say 2,000 calories a day, kind of hard unless you're eating junk to eat 2,000 calories of healthy food in 1 meal.
Facts.
You're going to be way full before that. Like, I like to post to you guys certain things to show you how deceptive. Like, I'll be like, yo, this plate right here is a 700-calorie plate.
Right.
And it'll look like I hardly got anything on the plate. Right? Because depending on what you're eating, how calorie dense it is, right? So, there's a lot that goes into that. We'll talk more about that the next show. And again, I'm professing to be an expert. Just stop being driven to and fro for anything you see on the damn internet.
Yeah.
What they call it? Sensational diets. What's it called?
Fad diets.
Fad diets.
They call them fad diets. And here's the issue with them. They all may work to some degree, but what happens is they're not sustainable when you go on those things. So when you come off of them, you wind up rebounding. You don't understand how dieting really works. You don't understand how water moves in the body, especially if you're a woman, your menstrual, your hormone fluctuations. And you'll see the scale go someplace. You'll get a little bloated, and it just, you're overcomplicating. Now, there's a difference between eating for weight loss and eating for health.
Right.
So, that needs to be pointed out too. But we'll talk about that eventually. Yeah, he talks about the disordered eating behaviors. We'll bring those up when we go into the next show. Excuse me, next week, Lord's will. But I want to lay the foundation to this, because before you even get to anything, there's one thing that you can do immediately to start improving your health. And this could go for both men and women, but we're going to talk about men first. One of the easiest things that you can do to help yourself out, right, is part of these 3 pillars of health. Yeah, we'll play the sleep video in a moment, but put up the picture, the graphic. So they have this thing called the 3 pillars of health, and you'll look this up. You'll see different people break it down a certain way. And the 3 pillars of good health, before you get into supplements, before you get into medicine, anything else, are these 3 things here, right? And it's sleep, exercise, and nutrition. Okay? Notice it's a nutrition, not diet. All right? Because the idea is to eat nutrient food, right? Because that's where we get most of our stuff from. And because the Western diet's a little funky, then you might need to supplement with certain things, right? Because I'm a big fan of supplements, but some of them are BS. Some of them they throw at you, and it's marketing hype behind it. And I don't like to, I've said this before, I don't want to go from a corner of thousands of pill bottles to thousands of supplement bottles. It's kind of the same thing, right? It's a little disordered. I try to trim down and pick the supplements that I think are the most beneficial for me, for my purposes. And it depends on what you have, right? Because my vitamin D is good, right? Maybe I get enough sun. Maybe I'm getting it from my diet. Not everybody's vitamin D is good. Some are deficient in it, and they need to supplement with it. And if you need to, then that's something that needs to be in your cabinet or on your shelf, right? It doesn't need to be for me. Right? So it really depends. Some people need iron, right? And some iron in a pill actually isn't the same as iron that you get from the diet, right? So there's other ways that you get iron. It transfers to the food. Eat more healthy red meats. So either do leaner cuts or get grass-fed, grass-finished beef. Because now they're doing the thing with the wording. That's the other thing.
They did the same thing with vegan.
All beef starts off grass-fed. I don't know if anybody knew that. But then they grain finish it. And that's how you get those nice fatty cuts, right? Because they'll do and by grain, it's usually corn and maybe some soy or whatever. Not that there's anything inherently bad with those meals by their own, but that's not the natural diet of a cow or a pasture-raised animal, right? So when something says grass-fed, now the trick is they can put that, but it can be grain finished. So you need to know that your beef is grass-fed and grass-finished. And that red meat, because we're going to talk about the red meat thing that everybody's so afraid of, that red meat, if it's grass-fed, is actually not as detrimental to you as grain-fed because it has more healthier fats, and ounce for ounce, it's actually less fat and less saturated fat than grain-finished beef. So you can incorporate beef into your diet on the regular, depending on the cuts and depending on the type, and it's a great source of iron. Leafy greens are a great source of iron if you're not that into meat, right? So things like spinach, kale, stuff like that, and there's different ways that you prepare that stuff to kind of bring it into the diet. But I'm not going to talk about the nutrition here because that's almost one thing itself, and again, not as a nutrition expert, but just kind of as a wake up to all, because there's so much BS out there. It's like it used to be that you had to get a editor or peer approved review before you can put an article out. And it would be published in a magazine that was reputable. Now with the internet, everybody has a platform to spew whatever the hell they want. And people just grab and pull from wherever, not considering a whole bunch of factors that go into it. So it kind of annoys me when I see a whole bunch of people talk about all this type of health stuff, and it's like, but where are you getting this from and why? You know, and then do you know the things that overlap and stuff like that? Just because it's natural doesn't mean it can't be harmful. In some cases, it could be worse. Because you might have some sort of reaction to something, or some herb overlaps with another herb, and you shouldn't be mixing certain things. So you got to be mindful of that stuff. But anyway, back to these 3 pillars, because I'm laying the foundation for this, right? So you have the best way to get your vitamins and minerals is going to be from your diet. All right, and you eat a breadth of foods. So when I say the Western diet, I'm talking about here because a lot of it's not a lot of vegetable variety. It's not a lot of variety in how we eat. Like, a lot of stuff we eat the same things over and over. I mean, I think if you vary your diet, it should include eggs. Eggs, there's nothing wrong with eggs. The whole myth of the cholesterol in eggs. Dietary cholesterol doesn't increase your cholesterol that runs in your blood. That's been disproven, all right? Saturated fats, men need a certain amount. So you can't demonize them altogether, right? Saturated fats are what we make our hormones from.
Them avocados.
Avocados are a good source of fat.
Love
peanut butter is a good source of fat, as long as it's not with a lot of added sugar, because a lot of them add sugar and stuff into it. There's a lot of different ways that you can get good fats, but those are added fats. But anyway, let me get into this 3 pillars. Right? Let me get into this 3 pillars, all right? Right, and everybody and everybody says things about chemicals though, and that's a buzzword, because I said this before. H2O is a chemical, and H2O is water, and it's a chemical, right? I forgot the formula for a carbohydrate, but that's a chemical, right? So are you talking about man-made chemicals? Like chemicals is such a buzzword, and everybody says, "Oh, chemicals," and we think chemicals, and we're thinking the beaker. Right, a glass beaker, test tube.
Mad scientist.
Right, you're thinking mad scientist stuff when we think that stuff, right?
Injecting
stuff. Right, and a lot of times we don't know the scientific names for things that are naturally occurring, and you'll read a label, and because you're unfamiliar with it, you demonize it.
Like the deodorant.
Right, like the good deodorant. Right. Yeah, and because without really looking it up, right? Like you'll see something like beta carotene, and you'll be like, "Oh my gosh!"
Right.
That's in carrots.
That's in carrots, right? Like that's right. You'll see pantothenic acid. Oh my gosh, that's a chemical. That's B9. That's for your hair. That's for your nails.
Right.
That's for your skin. Right? Ooh, pantothenic acid. It must be a chemical. It's evil. That's called ignorance. I'm gonna say what it is. That's called ignorance. Read, learn something. You got all the knowledge in the world in front of you. And now, mind you, I do encourage reading. I go to this. We got to read it. Why? Make sure there's no unlawful stuff in it. But while you're with it, get yourself familiar with it and stop demonizing things that you
don't know.
Right. See, if I tell you argan oil is good for you, you'll be like, yeah, argan oil is good for you. But if you see the scientific name for argan oil on your thing, you might have an issue with it, right? And I forgot what the scientific name is, but it's in our beard wash. But what they do is, like the manufacturer that we deal with, they'll parentheses argan oil next to it, so you'll know. But it has the scientific name, and then in parentheses it says argan oil, because you'll read the scientific name and say, they told me this was good.
Right.
Oh, like the leavening agent in water around Passover.
Right. Everybody bugs the hell out. Stop it. And it's funny. And I'm not saying all doctors are good. They're not. Right? You got to be an advocate for yourself. I've said this before. We did a health series show, and I said you got to advocate for yourself. You advocate for yourself by being informed. But it's funny. We'll take information from the internet in some cases with no type of vetting, and then you get real information from people that have a background in it. And I get it. Look at what happened with this COVID stuff and the misinformation that floats around. But you know how you make yourself better with that? Just kind of educate yourself, and you don't got to be an expert in any of it, but kind of dig a little deeper and look into that stuff, right? Ooh, the chemicals.
Don't just accept the ignorance or the lack of knowledge.
Look it up. Look it up and see what's really in there. Right, like I saw the video the other day about the Chick-fil-A, right? Oh, there's 50 ingredients in it. So you know what I did? I pulled up the ingredients. I haven't read it yet. Nothing really looks crazy to me in there. It's just the names of their seasonings, the stuff they use for coloring, and it's natural stuff like annatto. It's not like FD&C, yellow number 9 or blue or red, whatever, and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying they might not have something synthetic in there, because that thing is crazy delicious.
That sounds like an alphabet gang hater.
Right. So you have stuff like that. So it's like, my thing is like, I'm not saying when you get that it's wrong, but don't just take it at face value and say, "Oh, see, I'm not gonna eat that anymore."
What the scripture says, prove all things, right?
Right. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna look up and see the ingredients. You know, And then you make your decision if you're going to do that or not.
Right.
It's like the other day. I was talking about you got these people that'll only buy at Whole Foods or whatever. But then do you eat out?
Right.
And when you eat out, you don't know what the hell you're getting. So then don't eat out. Like don't. And if that's what you want to do, then don't try to
push it on
impose.
other people.
Right. Don't make it your identity and talk about you're so great. But then you still like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you only eat at home and you only know what goes into every dish, then okay, cool. I'll give you more power to you. But if you don't, like be quiet.
Stop the cat.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Get some
Be
help.
quiet. Like be quiet. Anyway, let's look at this 3 pillars of health. I want to set this up. And because we're going to start next week. And we're going to start with sleep. All right. We'll play the video hopefully today. We're going to talk about sleep a lot because what I was saying is so you have sleep, you have exercise, you have nutrition, and that leads to health. Sleep is the one you can start on tonight.
Damn.
So you telling the people to get off the power hour?
You can start on
After the power hour.
tonight.
After the power hour.
I can start on tonight. And we're going to talk more about it because sleep is so important. If there's anything that you can do and too much is bad.
Yeah, that part.
Too little. The biggest thing with sleep, and we'll play the little clip that you got on sleep. The easiest one is consistent bed and wake times.
Right.
More than before you get into how much hours. There's a rhythm. The Most High made us with a rhythm.
What's it called?
Right?
Circadian rhythm? What's it called?
Science calls it the circadian rhythm, right? And when that rhythm is disrupted, all types of things in your body that are, because our bodies are pretty hardy. As fragile as they may be and as fragile as life is, Most High has kind of given us everything that we need in there to kind of make things done, right? Like if we're following this stuff to a T, you probably would never need a detox. You probably would. And I'm not saying those things are inherently bad, but gosh, the fact that we even need a detox, are we saying that God was imperfect in how he made us?
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
That the body can't detox itself?
Right.
Now, I know there's other factors. The food supply is tainted, environmental, the air. So those things have their places, right? They do have their place in them. And you'll feel an impact on them, right? When you do them. But you got to look at it like if you're always in a you're always doing a detox. Like what the hell's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like you think your body can't do that stuff? It does. It has those things. So those things are good, but they're measured, right? Like they should be implemented, measured. You know, you want to do
periodically.
Periodically. You want to do one once, twice a year. You know,
every
you like
quarter, once a quarter.
You like the way it makes you feel. Yeah, there's benefits to that. There's benefits to kind of slowing down the digestive process, eliminating certain things, all that stuff like that. But before you even get to all that, sleep. Consistent bed and wake times. You have a circadian rhythm that your body likes to move on, right? There's another thing that I have an article. Again, I'm kind of rushing through it because I'm setting up the table for the next one. They've classified and they called it sleep chronotypes. There's a certain time where the hours of your sleep for you are going to be most beneficial. So you need to know what your chronotype is, right? And that chronotype, and we're not going to spend too much time on that when we go into it. You can look it up and do your research on how you find out what that is. And the way the sleep-wake cycle works, right? There's stages of sleep, right? And there's things you can do to help you get more of certain stages of sleep. There's a sign of where you're lacking depending on how much time you spend in each sleep stage. So like if your REM sleep is more than usual, it means maybe your brain has been on overdrive a little bit, right? If your deep sleep, which deals with healing your physical, right? Like, you know, like there's fluids that bathe your spine and your spinal cord that are only like secreted and work when you're sleeping. And so there's a lot of different things that go on. Growth hormones secreted when you sleep from your pituitary gland, right? Which is the master gland, right? If you took any anatomy and physiology, right? It's the one, they call it the master gland because it tells the other glands what to do. Right? And so when you're handicapping your sleep hours, which vary from person to person and from day to day, depending on the stress load for your day, and your rhythm of sleep times are important, right? So the biggest thing that you can do is have a consistent wake and bedtime. For the most part, even on weekends, I pretty much wake and sleep. I might have 1 or 2 days where I go to bed a little later, or obviously if you're traveling or you're doing something. And even if I'm not going to work, I wake up kind of around the same time as if I was waking up during the regular schedule. And your body actually has a rhythm with that, because if you do have a good rhythm, even without an alarm clock, you'll start to notice that you wake within that time range.
Right. Naturally, you don't need
Naturally,
an alarm clock.
right.
Yeah.
Now, it depends on how much you want to play with that in your job.
Right.
It could be as much as a 45-minute swing, and that might not work for you.
Right.
But, I'm not saying if you wake up at 7 every day, you might wake up at 6:30, you might wake up at 7:30. And depending on the type of person you are, that might make you late for your job. Right? Depends on, are you the type that, you give yourself just enough time, or you give yourself plenty of time. And, you'll hear these things, and people tell you, wake up at 5 and it'll do this. It's not so much that 5, there's anything magical about 5. 5 is just a number that we put in our heads to say this is the 5th hour, and,
Right.
It has more to do with that consistency, and yes, waking up earlier, getting more natural light during the day. You kind of have more of the day in front of you. But I'm telling you, one of the things that you'll notice improvement, because it messes you up cardiovascularly, it increases your risk of diabetes, lack of sleep, and lack of good sleep times. But if you can just bring that in and you have complete control of that, like nobody can say they don't. You have control of that.
Right.
Does your day run you, or you run your day? Because the excuse you hear is that you can't get to sleep because I have too much stuff to do.
Right.
Well, then when you're broken or later in life, sometimes it might not. I'm good. I'm good with 4 hours.
Right.
I'm good with 3 hours. Yeah.
Right now.
But are you telling me you're a model of perfect health? If you took your blood work, if you check, well, and sometimes there's a delayed effect. Later in life, that thing will catch up to you, and you start to feel it later.
Right.
So if you start to get your sleep in check, that's going to go a long way in your general health, all right? That's the biggest one, because that's the one you can control the most. It's going to make you fresher. It's going to make you're going to make better decisions. It'll even help those people who say that, damn, my appetite's out of control. Even that, because that's hormonal too, right? You have things like ghrelin, you have cortisol, you have different things that go on in your body that they've named. Sleep will put you where it needs to be.
Kind of like resetting your equilibrium.
It's needed. The Most High made us to sleep.
Right.
Like, it's a natural thing. You don't got to think consciously to go to sleep. Right? And there's so many different things that you can do. I had mentioned the goggles, having a routine around your bedtime, like a ritual they talk about, all those different things, right? I mean, all that stuff will kind of get you where you need to be. Right, water too, like getting water on you. And that's why I'm a big fan of the morning shower, right? Or, I mean, let's say you're going to run and do something real quick, and you did shower, at least kind of wash your face up, but don't go all day without the shower. You know what I'm saying? Like, take the shower. But sleep, all right? So sleep is one of the big foundations. Exercise, right? And exercise, we're going to talk about that too. The misnomer of cardio, right? What they're finding now is if you can do both, that's the perfect thing. Strength train and cardio.
Right.
But if you can only do one,
strength train
has more benefits than cardio alone. Strength train has more benefits than cardio, and we have to stop looking at cardio as a weight loss tool and look at it as a conditioning thing for your heart.
Right.
If you want to lose weight, you got to increase your daily calorie burn. Don't use the cardio to do that. Basically, you should have in your mind, I use the cardio to condition my cardiovascular system. And you can do something as taking extra walks after meals if you want to increase your daily calorie expenditure. Because the myth now, what people said for years, is that your metabolism slows as you age. That's not true. The metabolism that we're thinking of as far as burning calories, it actually doesn't change that much at all. What's changed is how active you are.
That makes sense, because as you get older, you stop wanting to do as much.
Yeah. When you're younger, you're moving more, you undergo more, you're doing more stuff more. They found now that the metabolism actually doesn't stop. The parts of it that we're talking about, which is the calorie burn. Because, yes, like the skin metabolism really goes into cell turnover, right? So that's different. But as far as the metabolism that we're thinking of, that's a myth. People say, well, how come when I see people older? Think about it. I'm going to give you a perfect example. Athletes, when they retire, what happens to all of them?
They stop moving as much.
Almost all of them blow up.
Yeah.
Activities change.
It's not because they got older. It's because their amount of and I use athletes because that's an extreme end, right?
Right.
To stay at the top of their game, they're moving around and everything like that a lot, right? So one of the best ways you offset that is you adjust the calorie intake, you work on your sleep, and then the exercise piece to it. But they're saying to decrease all-cause mortality, strength training, especially as you get older. Your body needs more protein as you get older. Because protein is what builds and helps that regeneration of cells and stuff like that. So there's a lot. There's a lot. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I'm bringing different things out there. We're going to move to wrap up. All right. But we're going to focus on these 3 pillars of health next. So we started with the hygiene, right? We went into some dress, okay? Now we're going to move into some simple things. Again, I'm not going to sit here and try to give you diet plans and workout plans. I'm just going to throw some different things out to let you know that there's a bigger, wider world out there and what you should focus on. And then, there's different ways that you can approach it. You know what I'm saying? Like, same thing with diet, different ways that you can approach it, so long as the basic tenets are met: calorie reduction, macro structure for what you want, right? So there's a lot that goes into it, and all of this really, like I said, will eventually lead us back into dealing with the characteristics, right, of manly men, right? We're going to deal with that manliness and stuff like that. But you got to build your foundation in that first when it comes from a health perspective and all this other stuff. So we're going to focus on the 3 pillars of health. We'll spend more time talking about sleep. All right. And then we'll talk about nutrition and exercise too. I'll try to cram all 3 of those into the one episode, because then we're going to have a break, and I hate when we lose that continuity.
Right.
But we'll see how it flows. I know we had the sleep video. We'll save it for next week. And, anything else we see, we'll bring up, and we'll talk about that. And again, I'm not saying you take my word for it. These are just things that I found. But you'll find that I'm talking from because here's the other thing. People who get all zealous about these things, no, this got to be the way, and this is the only way. People are going to have their bias and stuff. And I'm not saying that the information's wrong, but that's not the only information that's accurate.
It's no one size fits all.
Broadly. Narrowly, yeah. Calories in, calories out.
Right.
Because people try to say you're so different. You're not really that different unless you have underlying conditions.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone's situation is going to be.
I know what you meant, but people say that to try to justify, like, okay, yeah, that works for you, but that doesn't work for me. Right. Type of thing. And at the end of the day, like, we're all made from the dust of the ground. We're all we all have heart, 2 lungs, 2 kidneys. I mean, unless,
the 3 pillars should work for all of us.
Yes, that's my point, and that's why I narrow it down to something like that. Nutrition, you go nutrition, is all types of different things, and then that doesn't take into account you got high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, something else, celiacs, whatever it might be, right? I'm gonna speak very broadly and generally, assuming generally good health. And then, meaning you don't have like a disease that you have to account for. You listen to your doctor in that case, This is just stuff that I'm putting out there for that sort of information and stuff. And then there's choices. So somebody might want to be a vegetarian and they think it makes them feel better. Okay, if it makes you feel better, that's fine.
It's your preference.
You still should kind of be, right? Because if you do that, you're eliminating food groups, right?
Right.
So are you a real vegetarian where you know what types of vegetables you need to eat to make up for the things that you're not getting in the rest of your diet?
Right.
That you're missing from beans, that you're missing from fish, that you're missing from beef and chicken or whatever else it might be, right? Because to be a real vegetarian, you need to know where because now what you're going to do is you'll have deficiencies. That's my point.
Yep.
So you got to be able to look at it from that perspective and that sort of thing and stuff like that, I understand there's a lifestyle choice, and that's fine. That's your lifestyle choice. But then there's the health metric behind that. Are you doing it the right way? Or you might need to supplement if you're not eating enough of this or that to get what you need that you're missing. There's essential amino acids that come from protein.
Right.
9 of them that your body doesn't make. And if you get deficient in them, it'll start to create type of diseases, not just hormone imbalances. You'll get autoimmune diseases and things like that because you have to ingest those from outside. So you need to know to get those certain vitamins and things like that. And people don't understand that. So, yep. Anyway, that's the show.
Yeah.
Lord's will we'll be on next week, and like I said, we're gonna dive deeper into these pillars of health, and my trajectory over the next few weeks with the show is to then get back to that hard times create strong men.
Let's go.
And go into those characteristics and all of that stuff like that. So anything else we're missing? No. Yeah, you were shopping. Did I lose you after the toes?
No, we
lost
lost
a lot
him.
of toes.
We lost him after he lost a lot of toes.
No,
we lost him.
I'm like, I got questions.
He just got questions
about his own
stuff
feet.
like that.
Hey, D,
What
don't
you said
forget, shop getbeardgames.com.
Right, don't forget getbeardgames.com. Also go to originalroyalty.com. We got the 20th anniversary merch.
Sure do.
Right, let's put that up. Let's put that up as we move to rap. I know we got and support if you are gonna stay up and you're not gonna work on your sleep tonight.
Denver.
Go over to IUIC Denver. All right. Support Captain Gad, the Natives Hour. Got some good topics that he be going over on there. Okay. Directly following the end of this show. Okay. So you got the MBD 20% off, MBD 20. All right.
You got to buy 3 products.
Do we have the 20th? Do we have a picture of the 20th anniversary merch?
We should.
Got some nice products. All right. Make sure you go and check out originalroyalty.com for that stuff. All right. Oh, you just zooming in on that to show me that? There we go. Right. I like the one you did today with all the stuff on there. Hey, we got them nice sweaters. We got the embroidered 20th. Got the little faux leather.
Got a little
right?
razzle dazzle.
Got a little razzle dazzle. That's the gray. We got the black on black too. All right. Check them all out at originalroyalty.com. All right. Hey, we got some new stuff coming for you too. It's in production.
Oh,
y'all
yeah,
gonna,
that part.
Yo, Claude of Mercy.
Claude have mercy.
Oh, y'all gonna lose your mind. Some of the stuff we're gonna drop. All right? Anyway, with that we say shalom. Most High Christ bless y'all.
Shalom.
Shalom.
When you look in the mirror, what do you feel? Fearlessness, austerity, masculinity, godliness. But what does your beard say about you? Get definitive results with the bold, natural scents from the manly badge of dignity beard oil and ignite the king in you, because it's important to look how you feel.
Allah. Hey, one nation, one nation. This for the Northern Kingdom. Viva la raza. We one nation, one nation. This for the Southern Kingdom. Kwam Yasharallah. Hey, one nation, one nation. This for the Northern Kingdom. Viva la raza. We one nation, one nation. It wouldn't be Israel without Mexicans. Black love, brown pride, cause we next to kin. We ain't gotta tell Esau to let's be friends, cause we above all nations and we better than them. We the salt of the earth, ayy, ayy. And we been king since birth, ayy, ayy. We put the kingdom first, ayy, ayy. And they gon' get this work, ayy, ayy. We was chosen, not cause we the most of the people. Few in numbers, but we over the people. We gods of this earth, we ain't supposed to be equal. Stop playing, you emotional people. The good gotta triumph over the evil. So my foot's on the throat of the eagle. Their tongues will confess that we the people. Cause my nation ain't never been thieves. For the Southern Kingdom, Kwam Yasharallah. Hey, one nation, one nation. This for the Northern Kingdom, Viva la raza. We one nation, one nation. This for the Southern Kingdom, Kwam Yasharallah. Hey, one nation, one nation. This for the Northern Kingdom, Viva la raza. We one nation, one nation.
I can't take one step without my brothers too. If I'm